All right, come back, everybody. Frosty Faustings XIV continues on as we start getting through our final tournaments of the evening on the final day of Frosty Faustings. I am Rathford Jalen, and we're here for the BB Tag Top 8.
The BB Tag live in person, and could not be happier to share this space with you. I mean, we talked about it beforehand. We've done a ton of online tournaments together, but we're here together to bring you, honestly, what was a brutal bracket to make it down to this top 8.
Yeah, so it was a veritable who's who of the BB Tag players from across the United States. So you see the bracket up there with YoFavScrub versus Kiomi, going to be our first match to start things off. Then afterwards you have Yui. She's an online strong warrior going up against, honestly, a crazy pick in Uri, who got second place in BlazBlue Central Fiction earlier today and trying again in BB Tag. Who do we have on losers?
On the losers side, we have, this is going to be a really hard match for me personally because I am very good friends with both of these people. YoGameWizard versus Flowerman. Just got some, Flowerman known for the Hilda and has recently switched to Teddy, going to see some strong gameplay and has knocked out some really notable players on the way here. And then YoGameWizard plays the Adachi Yumi. I actually had to fight them in bracket. Maybe they had to fight me. I don't know, but I got destroyed. But, they're going to fight together. And then we've got DonSisqo versus ZeroShadowblood. DonSisqo, a lot of talk all over Twitter. They might take the whole thing this weekend. They've been playing really strong, and obviously, as they've made it on top 8 loser side, ZeroShadowblood, regular online warrior, participates a lot in the PlayStation Open series. And then at CEO, played the Susanoo Ruby and dominated. So, I mean, we have some incredible players, but before we get into the match, just wanted to briefly note that there are some notable players who got knocked out, including Monkey, Las Panditas, notably Razzo is missing from this top 8.
That's crazy considering Razzo trying to get back into it, get on a hot streak, but that just shows you the level of play here at Frosty Faustings. We got our match set up between these two. We're going to get the action underway shortly. I'm so excited. I can't predict who is going to go all the way and take it here at Frosty Faustings. But we'll begin now with YoFavScrub, my face scrub, your face scrub.
My favorite scrub!
And the return of Kiomi.
Yeah, we were talking about how Kiomi, absent from the community for a little while, was a very notable player for a long time, been kind of missing from the scene for a bit, bringing in this Jubei, Carmine, and of course YoFavScrub, with his same colors all day, every day, been playing Ragna Ruby since the dawn of time, and an incredible strong player. Let's get into it.
All right, yeah, this is always, every match is going to be first to 3, so you got to win 3 in a row to keep it going. First blood going to Kiomi, setting up the field with Carmine. Got really good assists there with Jubei. The hairball going to really come through and really deny Ragna and Ruby kind of an approach.
Interesting that Kiomi kind of let YoFavScrub get out of there, is able to switch into Ruby, so Ragna getting that recoverable health in the background. And the thing with Ruby is that she controls the airspace, and now Jubei just not able to be in that area at all. FavScrub really good about the high-low situation, especially when he's calling in the assist from Ragna, but a good counter there from Kiomi with the Carmine, and a great setup there. Yeah,
immediately into the super. Oh, the assist from Jubei saving the day, getting Carmine out of there. So we're going to try to let Carmine get some life back. A lot of red on there. No, the Ragna assist. There's the pop and a nice easy combo from YoFavScrub.
Yeah, Ragna does so much to assist Ruby, especially because she wants to do so many launchers into the air. Goes ahead and does a lot of damage onto Carmine. Don't think this is going to kill. No, and Carmine does have to spend his own health to do damage, so Kiomi does have to pay a bit of attention here to see what he can actually do in this situation.
That's true. Oh, nice air dash immediately over the pinwheel. So one character down already. Kiomi's going to pop that resonance. Oh, but the sandwich immediately getting a combo should be easy enough to get the pickup. Doesn't have any more assist gates, but doesn't need it to finish it off with the EX. And YoFavScrub with that first game win.
Yeah, what I really like that YoFavScrub did at the end of that is when Kiomi decided to resonance, he had the Ruby gunshot ready, so with the Psypod, and because it takes so long for it to come down, as soon as Kiomi was out of that resonance recovery, it hit him. So he had nothing to do.
Yeah, exactly. Resonance can be a double-edged sword. It might help you get out of some setups, but it might make some harder. So already, Kiomi with a nice first start here. They're going to sit with the custom combo, both characters out, and nice escape from YoFavScrub.
Excellent escape indeed. This is Okay, so Carmine now in the corner, but a deep that just whiffed horribly. And unfortunately, now you can see at the bottom, YoFavScrub is not able to switch, has to eat all of this damage because of a whiff DP. That's one of the things you want to be careful about spending that in this game.
Yeah, really dangerous. You saw how much life. Ragna bleeding, and Kiomi with some nice starts here. I like that backdash calling out the tech forward in the corner. But now as scary as Carmine stuck in this position.
Right, Ruby shines. Again, keeping you trapped in the corner. And the thing is, too, that even if she's over here, she's got so much movement. However, as soon as I say that, Jubei coming in strong, hits the assist on the backside with the scythe and has got Jubei trapped in the corner again. The thing with the gun blast rate, oh, interesting. Jumped over the super and did not get hit and clocked Carmine as the assist.
That was nice. Look, I made it a little bit of a burst there. Pressure's coming on from YoFavScrub. But great push blocks. Great swap out back to Carmine, got a lot of life back. And that's where the damage has been coming from for Kiomi. Trying to rush in and approach Ruby, but it's really dangerous, especially when you're losing some life. There's one of the best reversals in the game, hitting both sides, catching Ruby on the way out.
But, oh my gosh, they just stared at each other, went for the grab, they got the tech, so no real advantages yet. Techs again, and then active switches to Carmine to try and sort of trip YoFavScrub up, but it doesn't work. And the gun blast resets, like I was going to say before, a huge part of Ruby's game plan. If you cannot land those, it's a problem. But another great reversal.
Yeah, you got to be real careful being airborne, cutting air dash around Carmine. Nice, gets a little overhead, pops the resonance, and now immediate DP. Trying to catch Kiomi, overextend a little bit, gets the hit with the EX, going to get another extension with a little bit of the damage. Should be enough to do it. Now we're tied up 1-1.
We were all the way in Rampage time, and now we didn't leave that exact 80-second mark because of the resonance activation, which does stop the clock. But it's, with a game that's as fast as this, it's actually rare that we get into Rampage time. Rampage time, in case you're not familiar, being when both players are able to regenerate meter, so you can do more supers, do more specials, things like that.
And it's not a bad idea to freeze the clock right before it, just because it helps out YoFavScrub and prevents Kiomi from getting free bar.
That's correct. And I mean, it was a smart activation in that case.
So we're all tied up in games. Nice anti-air there from YoFavScrub, getting some damage a little bit to carry into the corner. Nice reversal though. Kiomi not afraid to let it rock, and it's just been getting him out of this pressure here.
Yeah, I mean, actually the reversals for Kiomi have been pretty crucial in their game plan because it hits on both sides and it's honestly the half of the entire screen. So now YoFavScrub trying to get in on this Jubei. I've noticed that he wants to play Ruby into Jubei because of like I said earlier, the way that she can maintain the screen. But a nice catch there, just goes in for a raw grab. Buzzsaw Blast puts her in the corner, and then we've got both characters. Active switch into Ragna for the super.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got meter to close. I don't know if it'll close it out. No, not quite. But at least it puts Carmine in a rough place.
Yeah, exactly. All it took was that one little tech. The one wrong guess paid the price. So now it's all down to solo Jubei. Popped resonance a little bit early. Level 3, readying the sandwich, but nice escape here. Well, I'd say that against anti at first troubles, and this should run down that resonance clock. Very smart here from YoFavScrub. And they're going to get a nice setup with the low. Popping them, getting more damage here. There's the end of the resonance, and this is all YoFavScrub's game.
Yeah, Dead Spike gets to come out to play a little bit too, and I just feel like, okay, I liked the idea from Kiomi there, but YoFavScrub had it set up so well that it's like, you're either going to have to block low or block high, or both, but you can't, you die.
No, that was nice. Belly edge just to stay right above, avoid the super. Punished right there. Now YoFavScrub up 2-1, just like that. Catching on Kiomi's little habit, really punishing for it and staying out of these preferred ranges. There's the gunshot, forces the block, and then immediately DPing.
Yeah, but I like the way. Yeah, I like the way the DP was met with the assist from Ruby. It was a really good shot in the back.
Ooh, put that foot away. Son, I don't want a taste of those nasty socks. Taking out Ragna to get a bit of life back. This is a good opportunity for Kiomi to pressure with the Carmine.
Yeah, the gun blast does send Rumi out of that corner situation, but I feel like Kiomi was expecting it, activates the cross combo, goes ahead and just grabs her, gets all that health back, and then the cross raid just to go ahead and, oh no, that was not a great reversal.
This is a good opportunity with this damage and having the meter on deck. Should be able to finish the job here. Gonna go right into super just like that. 10K solo. Those DP punishes on point from Kiomi. Now all down to Ragna, but the cross change getting tagged. And now here comes Ragna, who can have as much life as 2 characters total just because he regens so much.
Right, exactly. And that was a really nice pickup there briefly from Kiomi. YoFavScrub not activating Resonance, okay, until right there where he felt like he was threatened enough to have to do that. Think he's gonna, oh no, I don't know if he was trying to catch the assist so that the activation didn't go off there, but unfortunately it's not gonna work out for him.
Yes.
And Kiomi brings it 2-2 now.
Yeah, our first set so far of this top 8's going the distance. It's beautiful, really, because like you might want to try to tag the assist, but it's such a dangerous gambit when there's CC available and you see the activation there and then getting the punish because Ragna's going to be in so much little recovery. So caught him with the assist was just expertly done. And honestly, man, I can't call it. The back and forth between these two has just been outstanding.
It has, and that's the thing too, is like, it's hard to say what one should do more than the other.
Yeah.
But because it's been so back and forth and they're so good at exploiting tiny little weaknesses in the other's gameplay. So now, getting this started, Kiomi does draw the first significant blood of the match with a bunch of unrecoverable health on Ragna. But I would like to see, okay, there, that was really good. That was the first time that reversal didn't work out. And now, YoFavScrub able to really capitalize on this. Does a cross raid of their own just to get the extra damage. They didn't have enough meter for a super, so spending that little bit was really worth it.
A little bit dangerous, though, because, you know, again, Carmine's such a good ability to get life back as low as he might be.
That is true. That's one of the hard things about Carmine is, like, you just want to kill him so that he doesn't do anything and, like, destroy you later. So then probably going to get Gun Blast reset after this. Buzzsaw Blast jumps over the super again. That's the second time that that's happened.
Yeah.
Oh, a big counter hit in the air. Jubei, my dude, you pay rent here. This is where you live now.
Oh, yeah. The cat's got to stay in your home. I'm sorry. We can't have you roaming free. No strays. Going to avoid it and get the punish. Immediate burst from Kiomi, who's hurting just a little bit. Has to be careful here, though.
He's way too willing to spend that super on Jubei, and it's not worked out for him any of the 3 times he's done it.
It's at least got him out of the corner, but that's the first time it actually got punished.
That is true. You have a point there. So then a nice active switch. Ragna just goes for the DP, but doesn't get anything out of it. He's out of there, though.
Oh, my God. Immediate burst. Almost a punish on Jubei. That was just to save Carmine's tail. But now it's Jubei's tail getting caught in the blender, and now it's all down to solo Carmine. Nice reversal.
No.
Activate immediately. Yes.
Yeah. You love to see it. It gets so exciting. Okay, so now he's regaining that health. And because he's actively regaining health, he can basically spend skills as much as he wants because he's not going to die. That's the scariest part about Carmine in Resonance. He's probably one of the most terrifying characters in Resonance because he can just go and spend all that health.
Yeah, but now he's no longer in Resonance, no longer has that safety net as all this life, unless he gets a clean hit, he's going to keep losing it, trying to use specials. With the counter hit, not quite enough, but down to Kiyomi's last legs. YoFavScrub getting in the air, avoids the reversal and gets the final hit. What a finish. YoFavScrub calling out the reversal, hugging it out.
To see it.
The Cali crew showing immense love. Both of these players just so full of joy and so much like comrade. I don't know what word I would say for it, just friendship. It's just friendship.
The SoCal crew is really close. They fight together all the time. They throw locals for each other, and it's a really tight-knit community. And it's so good to see that so many of them flew out here to be a part of this and to bring this fabulous gameplay that they get to do offline, and now they get to show it off for us.
Oh yeah, we got the best seat in the house for this amazing BB tag action and just seeing all these players. You know, we saw kind of after CEO, an awesome tournament with so many great people, and most of those folks are back here again. You know, even most of the Cali people went all the way to Florida to compete, so seeing them in the Midwest, they're just hungry for that offline BB tag, and it has just been nothing short of amazing. It
has, and I mean, and a lot of this too is the community, all of us got so reinvigorated at CEO when we found out there's gonna be rollback in this game, and not just for PC, but also for PS4. And I know, I mean, it brought out so many people from the woodwork who were like, I used to play this game, perhaps I should play this again. And if you are interested, please, 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 please join us. Start training up now, because as soon as rollback hits, the sheer number of tournaments is going to explode.
It's going to be a blast, and you should definitely be a part of it. And, you know, eventually, when it's safer, come into the offline events like this, when you feel ready, and, you know, compete against some of these amazing players, just like the ones who will be showing up in just a moment, as our next match is going to come up soon, as it's going to be Yuri from Tennessee, one of the most really like creative players in anime fighting games.
Right.
You know, this weekend came off an amazing second place in BBCF. So there's a master of the various BlazBlues, no matter what you say. And their opponent, though, is Yui, who has had a great performance. They've done an amazing job making it through, like, through CEO, having a good time there. But now here in the top of the winner's side of top 8. So it's going to be one heck of a match between both players who have oddly similar names. Not going to get any confusing at all.
No, not at all. What is exciting to me is this matchup. So I personally play Nine the Phantom. If you've run into me ever, you know how much I love Nine the Phantom. I don't like Izayoi. I don't like playing into her, but I like the idea of this team together and into the Yumi Akatsuki, two incredibly strong damage characters. And then you can just do ridiculous things like that. Yumi has a ton of range, and Akatsuki can parry things all the freaking time.
Considering like the matchup here, you have Nine, who's a character that's so well at getting these hits and then leading into like these really hard to blockables. Having a character like Akatsuki who can just parry through and have like a mostly low risk reversal to kind of blow up. No, actually, no, my bad. That was the character green. That was the button check. So, getting me hyped up.
I got mixed.
You got me hyped up. You got me hyped up.
I got. When did
you
we
got
start
me.
doing button
You
check?
got me, all right.
Why? What?
I was eating during top 24, so I apologize for not seeing who Yui is playing. My bad.
Hey.
So, Chie Adachi, the cheapness. So this is another kind of cheap. This is a team that's designed to just murder. Right. To get a clean hit with Adachi, activation from Chie, the rounds could be over in just a second if it's a bad start. Yuri's going to want to get into a safe neutral. He's going to want to be able to play their game without getting blown up immediately. But at any point, any clean hit from Yui's team could spell death.
Yes, especially if Chie manages to get 3 full charge. I've seen her do 14K solo on 2 hits.
Okay, there's a burst in the block. This could be the end of, okay, not going to be the end of Izayoi. Manages to tech forward and out. We're going to go for an immediate Agni Astra. The meteor's coming down just to make that space. And now Yui just starting to take a strong lead here.
Tomoe doing a ton of work. And the thing with Adachi, and we talk about it all the time, is that Zeodine, because it is able to mask a lot of what your second character is going to be able to do. But a big combo here from Nine, that quarterback B doing a lot of work. And she tried to get out of this unblockable situation that Nine could set up in the corner, but Yuri is having none of it.
Beautiful conversion off that. Can't burst out because it was in a race. 12K on the DP punish. Here comes Adachi by themselves. Level 2 resonance, the mirror's out. And now Yuri could just play this safe game. Adachi can't really approach. Nine's normals and range are going to make it hell. And you see it there. There's the resonance as it comes down, but the hit was still active. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so when she called out the Androtite, she sent it, you can actually control where the ball goes, so she sent it underneath Adachi. Incredibly smart because he landed on it on activation and he dies.
The seed just rolling through, and that just makes it, you get these really messed up situations. So in that point, you saw the crossover from Yuri. So the seed hits low, and then it was a cross about the second there. So really well set up, especially avoiding like what a reversal could be by going for a dash over forward. Last time you saw calling out the reversal but just sitting there, even if it activates Chie's mirror counter, if Chie goes up with the kicks on coming down, she's still punishable.
Exactly, and that's a really good point to bring up because it's something that we're going to want to watch the rest of the time to see if it happens. I love Nine the Phantom combos so much. Her range is so spectacular. Goes into Crimson Raider just to finish that out. Try to take the advantageous pitch situation. But I like the idea of the Zeo in the air to stop her air momentum. It was really smart play from Yui.
No reversals against after the Agni Astra, and that's a huge punish.
Yeah, so that reversal is her, what causes her DP, so she was unable to act for so long.
Oh, but wait, there's the nice assist from Adachi. We're going to get a nice combo here, but Yuri managed to tech out, but here comes Yumi with Adachi going right into cross flash, cash out some damage, and get a little bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, so Izayoi, we haven't really got to see her play as much, and I feel like a lot of that is because Yuri's 9 play is so dominant. And Izayoi is kind of made of paper, so if you catch her, she's in a lot of trouble. But a good reversal there from Chie gets some good hits and gets her out of the situation. Cross combo is active. And I was about to say, he's probably going to switch into Adachi pretty shortly here.
Oh.
But caught at the very edge of that anti-air. And we've seen this before. She's got a full bar. Yeah, uses the meteors from the sky, but he's, oh, I was going to say he's blocking all of it, but he did not.
No, he's trying to get in the air, but nice reversal to get the unblockable. And now Yuri with a big lead here. 9 comes in to control it and just going to safely control this range where really Chie doesn't have an advantage there.
Yeah, so Chie calls the meteor super, which is, well, the only thing super she can call in the air. Trying to just, again, control the airspace. Yui's trying to play this well, but 9 will not be caught. Are taking some chip damage. Tomoe does come in, drops it, and then waits. Baby, that was not what you wanted to do right there.
Nice patience from Uri, getting the tech and not immediately committing to a button. Oh, we got a hit. The explosion is going to come all the way down, and that's going to do it as from sky high, Uri catches the full combo. And now Uri with the matching colors, pink and purple, looking sharp, is up 2 games in a dominating fashion.
I really think that the way that they're adapting to Yui's gameplay is really smart because, you know, Chie spends a lot of her time in the air, and Adachi, I mean, there was a little counterplay there a bit when he was doing the Zeos in the air, trying to stop 9 from doing that. But then, like you said, you called out that reversal from Izayoi, goes around, was able to maneuver that. That's the thing with Izayoi, is because her movement, she can go behind people so quickly just by spending a single bar of, like, it's not even fair. Because 1 minute she's up here and then she's behind you and she said, "Oh, got you." Stab you in the back. And it's a really crucial part of her gameplay. And I feel like this 9 Izayoi team, even though we don't see Izayoi a lot solo, her assist potential for the 9 is just astronomical. Yeah.
It's such a good combination that Yuri's been putting together. He might not be the biggest fan of Izayoi. He likes the character, but it might not be, doesn't feel like it's especially strong enough. But definitely showing how strong a player he is just to make it really work so well. First blood though, it's time for Yui. Big pressure, took a little break after that to get some resolve and keep Uri in the corner, but finally Uri busts out and now here comes the hard part.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Yui is a little too willing to use that reversal from Chie.
Oh, it's fine though, kills 9. That's finally a character down. Yui getting some momentum here with a really clean game so far.
So now we've just got, you know, ye old Adachi pressure, things that we've all been dealing with for a long time, good tech. And now this is where Yui's going to want to try and use the Zeo to mask what's going on. But see, Izayoi did the switch behind, and then I like the active switch to get Adachi out of trouble.
Yeah, really nice just to play with the big lead here. Ran right into the Agni Astra. That's going to be huge damage with the meter, should be enough to finish it off. Just one kick into super, boom! And now Yui on the board after Yuri won 2 clean rounds. Yui alive here in top 8, waking up.
That's good. I mean, you never want to see a 3-0.
Yeah.
Just because it's, well, personally, I just want to see more tag. Always want to see more tag. But I like the adaptation from Yui to, you know, work with it to eliminate the problem. 9 is the issue. 9 is the damage carrier. The combos on 9 are super clean. And Izayoi is the icing on the cake. So getting into this next one, I'm expecting to see that similarly from Yui, but Yuri just has really good decision making, so I'd like to see some good adaptations from them as well.
Yeah, so far that movement's really good. Finds a huge hit, gonna be the corner combo with the setup. There's the seed. That time, good blocks from Yui, but you know what happened? Got crossed up, ate a bit of damage. Has to be careful, but Adachi gets tagged immediately trying to tag in.
Oh no.
My goodness.
I mean, I like the idea of using his reversal there, but because the Morganite is multi-hit, he did get slapped by it, and it tagged his activation, and then he went down to it. Or got knocked down to it.
Yeah, really good decision. No, my goodness, the jump over from Izayoi. It's going to be a good amount of damage. There's no burst available. Next hit could finish the job. Oh, we're going to go for the crossfade to do it. What a wonderful decision from Yuri.
You know, we don't see crossfade a whole lot, but when it's used like that to close out a character, especially, again, for so little resource, it's a great idea.
Oh, found a big jump in. That jumpy really important here as Yui has to turn this around. It's going to get a super, going to finish with enough damage possibly to do it. Not quite.
No, I'm actually shocked.
9 still alive.
So 9, I mean, I can see with all the Zeos probably trying to catch an assist call, try and kill 9. But Yuri with the patience does not call it in. Cross combo is activated. Back and forth. Scarlet Vein over and over. It will land on your opponent no matter where you are on screen, which is really helpful.
All right, patience here. Got to be extra careful if you're Yui. Gets the grab though, right into cross slash. Wants to cash out the damage, but has to be careful. Yuri with meter to get a teleport. Instead, just goes for the DP through and does it 3-1. Advancing to winners finals where they will fight YoFavScrub.
Oh, our favorite scrub. Oh no. Wow, that last bit, especially, and there's a brief moment where they both went for a grab too. It was like, there's so much that you see, and it's like, and there's a tech and there's none.
But that was so smart, using that really fast special. Like, that's not like a true DP, but like the purpose of it, just the speed, really catching a snipe and then using the ability to teleport from it. Really cool decision. You saw a lot of smart use of just Izayoi's tools. As much as like 9 was like the money maker for a lot of the damage.
Right.
Seeing like Izayoi being able to teleport like through the Zeodynes, just to getting behind where you couldn't really just zone effectively, was just really, really smart and just patient. Like it might not be something like super amazing to think about, but just like in the moment, just recognizing that and having that on deck. Most people aren't used to fighting a character that could just say, hey, cool zoning you got there. What if I just got behind you, right? So it was good. It was really good implementation of it, especially in a meta that relies so heavily on these meaty projectiles, Zeo and like the snowbirds from like you see snowbirds, like all these kind of projectiles that dominate so well.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It is something that we see a lot of. I mean, projectiles being something that are really strong in this game, especially when you're able in this particular kind of tag game to back it up with like a cross combo and an activation where you might not expect it. But Izayoi, her ability to just go behind you and be like, but what if I was right behind you? And start that mix is incredible. But speaking of this tournament and getting into top 8s, we want to shout out some of our fantastic sponsors. The first of those being Gaming Generations, who, based out of Minnesota, they packed up their truck in negative 25-degree weather to come here. And they've been providing setups and actually, things for you to buy, games, plushies, all sorts of stuff, and just support for tournaments for a long time. And they're absolutely phenomenal people. So please check them out, gaminggenerations.com.
And also check out the new installment in the King of Fighters series, King of Fighters 15, shattering all expectations, coming out February 17th on multiple platforms. You see there, we got 40 characters ready to duke it out in amazing rollback netcode. Make sure you join part of the fight with King of Fighters 15.
And we also want to give a special shout out to the Belong Gaming Arena, teaming up with the homies here, Kick Esports. And it's arena in Schaumburg. If you were here, they came out with a flyer in your welcome packet. So play, watch, compete. It's a new home for fighting games here in Schaumburg. And again, teaming up with the wonderful people at Low Kick to bring you some fantastic games.
You love to see it. Great games such as Skullgirls Mobile. Get it on the App Store as well as Google Play. A wonderful version of Skullgirls right at your fingertips. Really cool fighting RPG that is a really welcome game for anybody. And get the free gift if you download it now for free. That's Skullgirls Mobile.
And Windjammers too. Something that they, oh man, I got to commentate with Megaphone Frankie right before this. Windjammers 2, 30 years after the original and 4 years after they announced it. It's here, it's live. They had 104 people enter the Windjammers 2 bracket. It was spectacular. It is available, it just came out this week. So if you like the good Midwest action that is Windjammers, please go check them out.
And more great games such as Them's Fighting Herds, now available on Steam, a 2D fighting game with the cutest cast of characters ready to kick your butt. Main 6 is the developer, recently acquired by a new publisher, ready to make more new content for one of the rising star fighting games. That is Them's Fighting Herds.
And Paradise Arcade Shop here in the lobby. If you have problems with your stick, if you have problems with your pad, they're here to provide all sorts of service and assistance with, you want some Sanwa buttons, they got Sanwa buttons. I've actually bought several sets of buttons from them because I like the colors that they have. They're a fantastic company, so please support them. You can stop by the booth here, or if you're at home, visit them at paradisearcadeshop.com, and you can check out all the different things they have to offer for all of your fighting game needs for your peripherals.
And coming soon, April 22nd to 24th, it is Texas Showdown. 20 years of tournaments. And the latest installment coming soon. Register now. After February 14th, the price will go up. Check everything out at txshowdown.com. Come on down to my state, to my city,
I was gonna say, that's
and
yours.
let's go hang out and enjoy some great fighting games at Texas Showdown.
And coming back, Low Kick sponsoring Roundhouse. It was so well attended and so spectacular this past year in October. They're having it again, October 22nd and 23rd. Save the date. I know I am. It's going to be all of the Chicago gaming houses again. 4 different streams, 12 plus games. And again at the Ignite Skokie Arena, which is a fantastic venue. It's got a lot of space, a good place to play a lot of games. If you're close to Chicago at the time, I highly recommend coming out for 2 days of spectacular gaming.
And if online is more your thing, then you definitely want to look up Vortex Gallery. With Winter Gaiden coming up soon, we have 3 amazing events for Strive, Type Lumina, and King of Fighters 15. You save those dates at the bottom of your screen and check smash.gg/Winter Gaiden to take a part of the amazing tournaments run by the folks at Vortex Gallery.
And finally, as we are wrapping up Frosty Faustings XIV, which I really don't like saying, but it's true. Come back to the Westin January 27th, 28th, 2023, a year from now, to join us at this really great venue that has a lot of space and over 26 games to play on stage. You just, if you feel like you missed out this year, please make sure you mark your calendars, because this is a great event and I can't say enough great things about it. We return to the Westin next year, January 27th, 28th.
Oof, that was a mouthful. We're going to take a quick look at what's next from our friends at Axis Gaming.
Finish it right now or never. A full throw, a blow with the mask. I have to sever. Place and time from the full vibes line. Whatever opposed me, I will outshine. I endeavor to outlast whoever will try. Bad weather, the ship will capsize. Apply mad pressure. You will see my ugly side, cause I'm not going down without a fight. No, I'm not going down without a fight. I'm not going down without a fight.
Welcome back. More action here for the top 8 of Frosty Faustings. About to be underway. We're moving to the losers bracket side. It's elimination time here.
Right.
Only a few folks can advance through and try to stake their claim here for victory.
And so now we have DonSisqo versus ZeroShadowblood. Now Don, I got to see play a little bit in pools yesterday. Had some really dominant gameplay. And Susanoo Yumi is an incredibly terrifying team. Susanoo, that's right. This is the wrong sides. I'm sorry. DonSisqo is playing the Mitsuru. Vatista.
Team. Very good team there.
Yeah,
really,
very good team.
It's been a while since we've seen Vatista, so it's like, wait, I know that little robot girl's name. There we go. So
she's my least favorite character in any fighting game to fight. I do not like her because she's a really effective zoner. So getting back into this, so ZeroShadowblood, Susanoo Rumi. Oh yeah, we can't have that. Sorry, we have to go back to the training stage because we have to go back to the character select because they picked a song that we cannot.
Coming through.
Yeah, sometimes we get DMCA'd, and we do not like that.
That might be the jam for some people. We might like to bust out the karaoke there, but we got to be a little extra careful. Instead, we're going to get the little light trolling. We're going to play some Must Die. We got Susanoo on screen playing his theme. It's going to be violent as ZeroShadowblood with the extra violent team of Susanoo and the icy ninja herself, the threat that has been crazy performing throughout BB Tag.
Yeah, pretty much as soon as Yumi was introduced back in November of 2019, everyone was like, oh, she's good.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is that with Yumi that we talk about a lot is that she's such a good character that fits so many different types of teams that we're even now, so many years after the patch, we still see her.
That was round start God press. That was round start unblockable, but DonSisqo backing it up, makes the escape, and gets first blood here. Woo!
Yeah, so Don's team with the Mitsuru Vatista is really not something we see a lot. Mitsuru dropped off in popularity a lot after the, really after the 1.5 patch, or after the 2.0 patch. But she's still an incredibly solid character. She's got easy gameplay. What? Oh!
Looks like
we're just going to stare at each other and whatever 5C. It be like that sometimes.
Seems to be a little bit of thing maybe with ZeroShadowblood's configuration. So you kind of see them stopping the play right there as DonSisqo is getting a little bit of offense there. We're going to see what kind of happens from it. But, you know, DonSisqo is getting a lot of pressure going, got a lot of big hits. But we have to see what comes of it. So looking like we're discussing it between the players. I'm going to figure out in just a moment what's going to happen in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting back into live tournaments. Please check your buttons. Okay, and so that game, all right, I mean, tournament rules. The game is going to go over to DonSisqo just because the buttons weren't set correctly. I mean, ZeroShadowblood giggling about it.
It's like, well, top 8, making, you know, the minor mistake. You've been in enough tournaments, you know a little better. You had all that time to button check, but it happens.
Yeah, but instead they were trying to go for colors. Oh, and they got red light, and then they got red light roses.
Please,
guys,
come on now.
No more red light roses. We do not do this.
Leave it on the one song. You'll be A-okay. All right. Trying one more time. 4 times the charm.
Is it?
I hope so. I really hope so.
Sheesh. All right, so now for real getting into this.
For real.
With Must Die, DonSisqo does take that first round as is tournament rules. If your buttons aren't set, you give it to the opponent. But honestly, DonSisqo was playing that one pretty well. I don't know if it wouldn't have gone to him in the first place.
We'll see. Okay, pressure begins. Can DonSisqo, without issues like that, make it count? There's the crossover. Has to block through. Great blocks on all of that. Try to call the assist. Mitsuru escapes. We're going to take the damage out on Vatista. Really nice little cash out. And then there's the anti-air. ZeroShadowblood getting started here.
This is the kind of Susanoo pressure that you like to see. I like the switch into Vatista to stop that. And then the Mitsuru call goes ahead and gets Vatista at her optimal range, which is far the heck away. And a good, okay, was expecting that. The reversal does hit Yumi and does a significant amount of damage. Vatista able to carry Yumi all the way to the corner on this. And then a cross combo activation. She wasn't able to get the 2C, so ZeroShadowblood forced to bring in the Susanoo now.
Yeah, you see DonSisqo content to sit back, just some zoning here with the projectiles, just keeping that distance out, making it really hard for ZeroShadowblood to get in. Gets a hit on Mitsuru, goes through, gets Vatista, and gonna cash out big damage. That should end Mitsuru, and enough meter to get the cancel, cash out big damage. Top to him. ZeroShadowblood ties it up 1-1.
That was so much damage on the assist character, but I really like the way that they made sure that that ZeroShadowblood got the resonance version of that super, because without the resonance version, it wouldn't have killed.
Yeah.
It was very smart gameplay. So now, just getting back into it, ZeroShadowblood keeping the hands warm with the rubber band.
Oh yeah, keep stretching it out. Just something to do between rounds. That's interesting. New tech here. BB Tag players evolving before our eyes.
Oh, but a huge start to that. It was a happy birthday. Unfortunately, Yumi dropped out of the combo. But that's really big. And then the JB from Mitsuru is still one of my favorite overheads in this game.
Oh, again, we saw it in the first game. The burst comes out. DonSisqo baited it so well, catching out huge damage here. And now we're back into a sandwich situation. Reversal to escape. Really dangerous. ZeroShadowblood might have lost a character if they weren't careful.
Yeah, oh, the snowbird in the back there to catch Mitsuru was really smart. Caught in this situation, but really phenomenal blocking. Got the tech at the end, trying to get a sneaky grab on that activation.
Easy confirms off of Batista's really amazing assist. Has a little bit of meter. Next mix-up can finish the job. There's the burst and there's the punish.
That was... DonSisqo's punishes have been on point in this particular round. And no matter how many times ZeroShadowblood switches out the characters, he's still getting hit. Cross combo tries to JB, but rejected out. But it doesn't matter because Mitsuru can get in so quickly.
Just like that, jumping over the snowboard immediately. You saw, just like you mentioned, gets a big hit, puts the mirror out, and now Susanoo's going to land into it, the push block. Oh, what a beautiful bait.
That setup was so great. At first I was like, why would you put the mirror there? And then the way that DonSisqo was able to push Susanoo back into it, because as soon as you press a button on that mirror, you're open for business, free range.
Yeah, and nothing you can do about it because you're incoming, right? It's always going to be a hit that you can push block. Such a beautiful setup from DonSisqo into the mix-up, up 2-1, one game away from eliminating ZeroShadowblood and continuing on.
Right, and okay, it doesn't block as well in the cross combo that time. It was really impressive blocking before, but had the meter to go to, the partner meter to go to Vatista, which Vatista has honestly been doing just as much work as Mitsuru in these rounds.
Oh yeah, not just the assists, but just having the zoning capabilities, having really good air game, and just avoiding these bad situations.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
So DonSisqo tried to do the reversal with Vatista, had gotten on the other side of Susanoo, which seemed really optimal, but unfortunately it whiffed. So now stuck in the middle of these two again, which is a rock in a really hard place.
Yeah, gonna cash out immediately. DonSisqo gonna lose a lot of life from Vatista here. Gets tagged. Are they gonna try to get out? But no, the cross up, the jump C from Yumi does such a good cross up in the corner, steals it, and now more damage coming here from Susanoo. All ZeroShadowblood needs is one more hit after this to finish the job.
Okay, resonance activation, but cross combo on the other side. This has got to be impeccable blocking from DonSisqo. Unfortunately, does get caught. One aerial rave, we're done. So now it's 2-2.
Yeah, and you know, that's that big offense. ZeroShadowblood's team, just when under pressure, you get crushed so hard because you were so worried so much about like the jump C from Yumi. Is it going to steal the corner or not? Then you have to worry so much about the damage that's going to come out from Susanoo. So when it is a solo Mitsuru by itself, that was just so difficult. And now we got to that point where it's all tied up.
Yeah, it is all tied up, and I feel like, again, both of these players are doing a really good job exploiting the weaknesses of the other. But in that last one, DonSisqo seemed to have a lot more holes in their pressure than before, and especially with Vatista not having some really questionable things, but I like Vatista at that range a lot better. Good tech, but the blocking, I feel like the blocking from DonSisqo has been crucial to their gameplay, but nope, never mind, we stopped right there. I was going to say something about the combo, but there was no combo.
There was almost a combo. Oh, Yumi gets stabbed, and then immediately overhead, catching ZeroShadowblood, blocking low. Mitsuru, again, was the queen of the first version of BB Tag, running rampant. And again, there it is. You got to be careful here for ZeroShadowblood. You cannot burst. There's the jump over, the punish.
No.
Going to be big damage on Yumi, all this unrecoverable life coming through.
Yeah, okay, so does manage to get out, and a happy birthday to boot. There's 5 bars on ZeroShadowblood's side. This could be a really big damage potential, but it drops it. Reversal, though, on the assist character, so this is a free punish.
And dead! Barely any meter, no meter used. DED, dead. All down to Vatista here. A lot of bar. Has the resonance available. Is going to pop it on the EX Snowbirds. This is the last hit. Gets the snipe. Forcing Yumi to go into resonance themselves. Big life for DonSisqo.
Okay, so it's resonance for resonance. They both have level 4. There's a lot. Oh my god.
Big
Are we going to
chip,
get Astraled?
Big chip. Don't think that hits from full screen. No, can't get a hit there. Gets the hit. That should do it. No, wait a minute. Didn't go for the Astral.
Didn't go for the Astral. They didn't have enough time.
No time, okay.
No, it was like point something seconds. Okay, counter in the air. Yo, we just got, oh no, the recovery on that move is so long.
Just a big risk. DonSisqo laid it all out on there. But nice patience. ZeroShadowblood eliminating DonSisqo even after giving up a game. Turning it all
I
around.
think really that is something that we need to talk about a little bit after giving up the game, because mentally that can be a huge thing. Like when you come in, your buttons are wrong, you forgot to check your buttons, and then you had to go back out twice because you got a song that we can't play on stream. I mean, that puts you, if you're already in the mindset, okay, here's what I'm going to do, here's what I'm going to play, and then you have to go through all of that before it's, and then just give up a game,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I am on the backest of back foots. So, you know, good for them for being able to make the adjustments, for being able to play patiently, play intelligently, and be able to clutch it out, sending somebody who really was hyping up a lot of attention around their gameplay this weekend in DonSisqo, and in a team that we don't get to see particularly often.
Yeah, I mean, it could have really went either way, just like that match, just like every little thing. So many factors like outside of the game, and then you have what happened inside the game, and it was just like down to those last characters when you saw just these little things here and there. But you know, DonSisqo really took that big risk at the end trying to finish the job, but it's tough. You know, ZeroShadowblood clutching it out, none too bad from them. They're going to live on. You know, 7th place for DonSisqo, really good run.
Yep,
however which way you look at it. And always nice to see Mitsuru back again, trying to make something happen with a character that a lot of people had given up because, like I said, just not as strong, not as proficient, and there's so much more really grimy stuff you could bring out.
There is, and they, ZeroShadowblood will be waiting for the. No, I'm a liar. I was thinking we were so much further ahead in the bracket because these games were so fast. We are now getting into YoGameWizard versus Flowerman. So YoGameWizard plays Adachi Yumi, has a couple other teams as well, depending on how they're feeling, but really a lot of Adachi Yumi. But Flowerman plays the vast majority of the cast. So particularly known for their Hilda and who they place with Hilda. A lot of the times when I commentate their stuff, I'm like Hilda and friends, because it can be, you know, it can be Hilda 9, which is something they played for a really long time. They've got the Hilda Teddy. I believe this is a button check because neither of them play these characters, but they're just gonna get into it. YoGameWizard hailing from my home state of North Carolina, and Flowerman, Chicago native.
Yeah, you have representative here of the Midwest in the loser side, going to try to do their best for their region and make it count, but it should be a fun match either way. And after what we saw in the last game, I appreciate them going for the button check, make sure their stuff's all set up so they don't have any more issues. I don't want to see any more freebies.
No,
Give it up anything more like that.
This is, yeah, and like I said, this is a hard match because these are my friends, and I love them both dearly.
Oh.
And I hate to see one of them go, but I feel like they're both going to really, really fight it out. YoGameWizard doing particularly well at CEO this past time, just doing really, really taking it to a lot of people in the bracket. We had a huge bracket for BB Tag there as well. So great to see him back here doing really well. Is going to do the Adachi Yumi. And I would be surprised if we don't get Hilda Teddy. Oh, we're going to do Hilda 9.
Okay, I like
the originals, the girls, they're back.
Yeah, I like having options. Is pretty nice. You can be prepared to face the nastiness like teams like Adachi Yumi with your own brand of nastiness. You know, Hilda always kind of rising to the ranks with her strength, just being able to control things from a far distance, but also set up a lot of really good mix potential just from the nature of BB Tag. So we're going to see how well YoGameWizard can avoid Flowerman setting up these good situations and how well he can put his own pressures. It's going to really be a battle of who gets that first hit and who gets that first setup.
It is. It's going to be a lot of that. And because with these two teams, they're incredibly oppressive, and neither of them leave a lot of holes. Having actually gotten the opportunity to play YoGameWizard earlier, when he locks you down, you don't leave. You just start paying rent in whatever corner he decides to put you in.
And Flowerman's going to bring the same way with the 9. So it's two different flavors of that kind of mess. First blood, though, going to Flowerman, setting up the Morganite. Nice block in the reversal, and now Adachi's life is going to evaporate.
Yeah, and the same thing there with the Morganite, using it there while Adachi's got his reversal up so it activates on his run. Really smart. Now, Flowerman, one of the main 9 players, he actually taught me how to play 9, fun fact. But I love the way that he's using the Androtite and then catches with the 5B, again, puts Yumi into the corner. She just tries to super punch, it works!
Sometimes
it's crazy, but it works.
You got to risk it for the biscuit. Nice hit there, bringing YoGameWizard back in the match. Life total's pretty even here, but Flowerman going into the Hilda to play that game, catches the low, gets a little bit of a hit, and now we have that cross combo activation super. It's going to connect at least on the Hilda, but we're going to cash out from 9 and got the Adachi assist. Adachi was there chilling. I didn't even see him get hit.
No, YoGameWizard had just called that in. So that was actually really incredibly astute gameplay from Flowerman. So now Yumi, and look at Flowerman, he's just like, all right, waste your entire resonance. I can literally walk away from you. Sets up the mirror in case you threw out a snowbird. You know, hit yourself with your own stuff.
Yeah, scary. Oh, and then there's that huge 4P from Hilda. You're going to see that assist come out so much. It comes so wide, covers such a huge range. It just dominates the space, and one of the best assists in the game, especially for a character like 9, who has the strange mobility and the normals to really back it up.
Right, so 9 is one of the only characters in the cast that doesn't have a traditional dash. She has a teleport instead, and she can activate it again. It is invincible while you can't see her, so she can she can set up some really nasty cross combo situations because you're like, oh, you're on this, oh no, you're on the other side. And then with Hilda to be able with her, like you said, the 4P to take up that entire screen, it's a great way to enable her. Hilda enables 9 in ways that are really different than we saw the Izayoi.
Yeah. And it's bringing it to it. So you're seeing again with the happy birthday, this big combo. Using just great assist package, great awareness as Flowerman's just going to dominate the neutral with these characters. Beats out the throw attempt and waited for the burst. Again, a happy birthday. These characters just getting erased at the same time. BOGO for days.
Buy one, get one death, 50% off. Is there a deal on coffins as well? Because I think YoGameWizard needs it.
The Snowbird, the assist from Yumi coming out, but gets blasted with the mirror there. Man, Flowerman just doing this matchup so well.
So YoGameWizard does activate their very low level 2 resonance, is able to get some pretty significant damage here, but Hilda is Flowerman's main, and she is just living her best life right now. Activates cross combo, stuck in the corner, that's it. 2 games.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Wonderfully executed. Flowerman just so aware. So aware. You saw these big, just both characters getting hit. These bad assist calls with Adachi. You know, Adachi just coming and trying to help out from that range, but it's so hard to get a team like Hilda 9 that just fight from that further distance so much, a little bit better.
No, and I like that you said that it's not a good call. It's not, because I mean, he's getting his YoGameWizard's getting his assists murdered from it. Yes, Adachi can be really great for the Zeo to try and mix up and create fusion and all that, but Flowerman has seen this so much. We have a lot of Adachi players still in the community. This is not unfamiliar territory.
That's right. You always got that matchup knowledge. Every player brings their own little spice to it, make little changes. But
And
so
now,
far,
yeah, we get to see Hilda play a little bit more. Hilda initially upon release was thought of as to be like kind of a little bit more of a weak character, but sees a lot of strong gameplay in Japan and in Europe. And Flowerman, one of the main players of her here, doing a fantastic job just showing off.
Oh, for sure. A good team can bring out the best of a lot of characters, and Flowerman showing the power of the Hilda. Already zoning out. Here's an attempt by YoGameWizard to open up Flowerman. Finally gets it with the CC.
All right, so gonna get this big Zeo combo, the active switch into Adachi to try and get a little bit more pressure on. Good call out on the Hilda switch from Flowerman, getting a lot of damage of his own from YoGameWizard. Yeah, ended in a super, you've got the meter. Can't call 2, but this is gonna do a big dent into Hilda's, 9.8K.
Oh, but just jump backs avoid the unblockable. YoGameWizard trying to figure something out the first time going for that, but Flowerman ready to make that space. Gonna get the Halo Blades to get rid of Adachi. Now again, all down to the solo Yumi. There is the level 4 resonance, but have to be careful because Hilda more than happy to just waste all that time from full screen.
Absolutely. Now I like that YoGameWizard is using a lot of snowbirds because 9 isn't at the front. Now 9 is at the front. You gotta watch out for mirror so you don't accidentally hit yourself. The crit sight comes in from the ceiling, doesn't get any hit, but just a little tag there. Active switch to Hilda, okay, and then the Crimson Raider to knock up. Really smart, clean gameplay from Flowerman. I hate to see YoGameWizard go home. But somebody had to, and the spectators bracket is looking pretty stacked as well.
Oh, it has been nuts. So many people in there, and man, Flowerman sent him to that bracket extremely clean. Like, I love the approach that Flowerman brought to the matchup. The team really complement each other well to kind of stop what Adachi Yumi want to bring to the table. And, you know, again, just a big 3-0 is like no understatement. Flowerman really wanting to do their best here in their hometown especially. They don't really get a chance to compete. You know, obviously not offline because of circumstances being what they are, but as well as not getting to play online as much as they would like to. So this big opportunity, especially in their backyard, really trying to make it count in the loser side. So they definitely got a long road ahead of them to try to get back up there and make it count. But we'll see kind of how that goes down the line as we have some more losers matches to check out as we keep going through our top 8.
Yeah, so next up we're going to have Kiomi versus ZeroShadowblood. So ZeroShadowblood coming off of that, you know, kind of sketchy start that we saw just right before this, but does have that Susanoo Ruby, did some really incredible damage. Susanoo Yumi, excuse me. Susanoo just is such a high damage character, but his recovery is so long if you're able to open that up that he can, even though he does have a little bit more health, than some of the cast, you can still, you know, kind of take him apart. But then on the other side of that with Kiomi, had that incredible Jubei Carmine.
Yeah, really fun team. We got a lot of variety coming into this top 8, so you're seeing a lot of like the rare teams, especially like SoCal. I think they use a lot of like unique stuff. I know like the memes, mostly like the Ragna. They want to bring out the Ragna and do all this cool Ragna stuff. When you see that a lot,
Ragnas in
you
California.
see a lot of Ragnas in California. Ragnafornia is always making big things pop. But it's cool with Kiomi coming back and bringing their own take with the characters, really showing up so far. But they're going to be in for a hard one, honestly. Going up against ZeroShadowblood again, just one of the strongest players in BB Tag. Only lost so far to Yuri, who is in the winners finals now.
Right.
So losing to one of the strongest players, nothing to slouch at. You saw how good of a run ZeroShadowblood had at CEO. It's going to make for an excellent match and see how Kiomi answers. With a button check, though.
With a button check, yeah. I was like, I don't recognize these characters. Stop doing this. I mean, I would love to see Tank. And we have seen Tanks in top 8s before. But in all seriousness, the thing I'm going to be really interested to see is how ZeroShadowblood deals with the Carmine setups from Kiomi. Because they were so good at locking down things and then being able to end in the, you know, Carmine EX moves that get them all the health back. Because it's basically when that happens, you have to fight through 3 characters instead of 2. And with as much experience as ZeroShadowblood has playing a lot of different characters, it is still different playing offline. And with a person like Kiomi, who's most of their experience prior to the pandemic was offline, it can be a little bit of a, you know, mindset thing.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of factors into it, so it'll make it really interesting to see.
All right, we're going to get into it. I love, though, that we are offline, so we get to use all these stages that we don't get to see online.
It's nice, and we'll see them soon when Rollback comes to town.
Yay, Rollback!
It's going to make everybody be able to play as freely as possible, and we'll see if this match is any free. As a start for Kiomi, forcing the burst immediately from there. Let's see if they can find the momentum and continue that on. Nice tag. Going to get some good damage here on Jubei, and we get some nice little corner carry as well.
Yeah. Doesn't choose to spend the meter to extend the combo, which I understand, because if they had been able to keep that up, they might have been able to get a Yumi super, which does a lot of damage. But an active switch from Kiomi, and again, active switch, good job creating that visual confusion, especially with all the scratches from Jubei. Just fills up a lot of the screen.
Yeah, and you see a little tricky thing that Jubei has there. He can dash past you. Has a little hop, he can steal the corner. So ZeroShadowblood got hit by that the first time. Let's see if he's more aware of it after the fact. But now you see Yumi lost a lot of life. Pressure is still ongoing. More hairballs. But the throw behind it, super sneaky stuff. With the super just going to clean it out, and Yumi's out of the picture.
So Susanoo, while still being a very strong character, actually does tend to struggle when he doesn't have an assist to cover the really big gaps in his strings. As we're seeing right now, Carmine getting a ton of health back. Active switch over to Jubei. And just these corner setups. Okay, a DP does work, but a DP in return resets the neutral here. And okay, interesting resonance activation to miss the projectiles from Carmine, but a good reversal. God, these reversals from Kiyomi's Carmine are just clutch.
Big risk he's taking a lot, especially against Susanoo, who in resonance could be a lot of damage. There's the sword, there's the punish.
Oh,
nice
no.
jump from Kiomi. Should be enough with this Carmine damage, and you're going to have crossfade to finish the job.
Yeah, that. So sometimes it's really tempting when you have a character as a full screen super to be like, it's full screen and it hits on both sides. I'm going to use it now. But the thing is, the recovery on most of those supers is just undescribably long. And Kiomi blocked it and was able to capitalize. So we're going to get into this game too. Kiomi coming out strong and looking like a really good contender to getting into our top 4.
Oh, that's true, but ZeroShadowblood's going to answer back, and that was a beautiful hit with the jump over C to get the corner steal. Nice blocks. Oh no, the whiff throw from ZeroShadowblood's going to let Kiomi get some free damage and an easy ability to get Jubei out.
Yeah, and I really like seeing these strong Jubei combos from ZeroShadowblood. It's looking incredible. Okay, does have to force out from Yumi, but Kiomi was ready for it. Look at all the damage that she's taking. Does the cross raid again. Switches into Carmine, who's incredibly healthy. Got so much health back while sitting on the assist side. But now, ZeroShadowblood answers back. Does have a lot of meter, but stops the combo. That's the second time that's happened, and he's called the assist a little too late, it seems like.
Ooh, both characters getting tagged immediately, landing in with the bad assist from Jubei. ZeroShadowblood is going to go for super. There's one down, number 2. I love seeing that. The quick double super. Just so, because, you know, Yumi's going to stay there spinning. The sword's going to recover fast enough. He can just run in, get extra damage. Perfectly done. And now we're tied up 1-1.
It's really smart gameplay, and you're right, it's not something we see a whole lot, because usually you're like, oh, we'll let all of this one super run out before we go switch to the other one. But because of the way that ZeroShadowblood calls them and was able to just start running up pressure with Susanoo immediately, and you're focused so much on that ice tornado, it does so much damage, and then you're like, oh, sheesh, there's somebody right here.
And you're getting extra credit. And ZeroShadowblood off of that one round, already looking strong here. In round number 2, waiting for the burst. Kiomi's not going to give it up and he's going to go for a super, going to cash out with that big damage. Jubei
oh my
dead.
god, it killed. 2
combos dead. And that was almost burst safe. Well, pretty much burst safe. Waiting for it. Clutched it out. Kiomi all down to Carmine. Level 1 resonance. Basically any resources. Going to be rough out here.
It's going to be incredibly difficult. It does tech, but I mean with a level 1 resonance, there's just not a whole lot of benefit that you gain from it, and it goes away so quickly. All right. Going in for a lot of grabs, but ZeroShadowblood sees it immediately. Goes ahead, gets in the aerial rave, cross combo, and then, yeah, resonance. That makes sense to try and avoid the incoming, but you did not avoid the incoming. Yumi quarter forward C sends you to the skies. Susanoo says, eat dirt.
It's so difficult to block when you have those CCs right there. With Yumi especially, you have that EX that's a low. So now you have to deal with a left-right, high-low mix-up that leads to incredible damage. ZeroShadowblood capitalizing. 2 combos removing Jubei. 1 good mix-up eliminating Carmine, and now 1 game away to make it to the loser semis.
So we're really seeing the strengths of Susanoo right now, because he is able to 2-touch kill you. It's like watching a Marvel combo with this guy.
Woo!
And a huge hit here. This is like almost canon for the story too, with Susanoo into Jubei. Kiomi trying to get out of there, does a little bit, and then cross combo activation into Carmine just to get Jubei out of that sort of scary situation. But Jubei's back in immediately. I
don't know about the situation. He got tagged by the snowbirds. It's going to be so much damage. 1 more hit for ZeroShadowblood's going to get rid of Jubei. Has to be extra careful here. Going in with the drums, trying to set something up. Gets a nice push block. Oh, both characters getting tagged. This is big for Kiomi, but unfortunately Yumi drops out.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a lot of damage done, but, oh, ZeroShadowblood went for a grab, but Kiomi had bounced or jumped backwards, just like neutral jumped out, and didn't get it, was able to get some damage. Snowbird on the assist, and then immediate 5A into ye old aerial rave combo. That's going to kill Carmine.
And it's going to bring Susan in. It's going to be 1 more touch on Jubei to finish the job. Gets the low on the X. Wait a minute. This is a nice chance to catch a little bit of damage and safely get a resonance. Pop it. I like it.
Okay. Does block the incoming from Yumi. And the scary little assist from Susanoo. Okay, rejected. Trying to get in there with Jubei. Doesn't get anything yet. DP's the assist. That wasn't the active character, my dude. And this is all free punish.
Nice from ZeroShadowblood. Domination after losing that first round. Just carried it through extremely well, eliminating Kiomi. And again, that's that power, the damage, the awareness, all those factors making ZeroShadowblood a threat every which way.
That was, I love that we get to see these replays as well, where we get to highlight bits and pieces of the rounds that were just so standout. And that was the first one from Kiomi that was so outstanding. And then it was like the download round for ZeroShadowblood, where he was like, oh, this is how you're going to play. And then the rest of it was just sheer outplay. Yeah. Every cross combo was countered. Every trying to activation when he went with Jubei would go in with the drums. You know, ZeroShadowblood was there with Susanoo to counter whatever was going to happen. Active switches every which way. It was incredible gameplay, honestly.
Yeah. Every little note was just so finely done, not overextending, making sure those punishes were on point, but challenging when he had to. You know, ZeroShadowblood approached that extremely well. And, you know, this is the strength of the player that made it so far in CEO. And again, starting, you know, losing to Yuri and starting top 8 in losers, doing this big trek and having that fortitude to really do it, again, shows you why they're such a dominating player, if you didn't already know, right?
Right, exactly. Well, I mean, you're definitely seeing that now, but speaking of dominating players, we've got Yui versus Flowerman, so about to round out this top 4 with this one. And so Yui doing an incredible job with the Chie Adachi, which was super fun to watch. You know, and I love that we get to hear like Tomoe and then and then Dragon Kick. I like to call her the Jam Kurataberry of cross tag because she is.
I mean, the kung fu's right there, the high kicks, the big damage. We didn't see a one-touch kill, which is probably the funniest part about watching that character. When she gets one touch and then just your life bar evaporates, even if you're a big body, she can do 20K in the easiest combo with 4 bars if you're not careful. So I'm excited to see if Yui can find a situation where that happens and we can see what happens. But I think Flowerman's not going to give it up that easy. Flowerman's like control of these matches, the spacing that they play at, and their awareness isn't going to make it easy for Yui, especially with a character like Chie and Adachi who aren't really big on range. The mobility is really good on Chie, but navigating through what Hilda offers, if we see the 9, it's going to be extremely difficult to really surpass those normals. Yes, the damage could be outstanding for Yui if they get those clean hits, but I think Flowerman's going to make it really hard to make that happen.
Yes, and the other thing that, of course, we need to touch on with Flowerman is that if they do go down a round, they have the opportunity to change characters to something that they feel is going to be more appropriate in the matchup. And, I mean, I'm not exaggerating. When we've done work on Flowerman before, I mean, it's been 5, 8, 10 different characters that they can bring to this tournament. And not just like secondary characters. They're characters that Flowerman plays at an incredibly high level. So it's something that you have to really think about if you're Yui coming into this. And I have not seen Yui play enough to know what other characters that they've got in their pocket, if they do, or if this is what we're working with, is Chie Adachi. But we also saw Flowerman do really well against YoGameWizard's Adachi, which has some incredibly dominant gameplay that we've seen both online and offline.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been one heck of a match from both players. And again, with tensions being as high as they're going to be going into this, where it's like, this is to get to top 4. I mean, this is the first step to get to this top 3. You know, you're already in top 8, you get a medal, but you really want that trophy. But now it's like you can't make as much mistakes as you want to make. There's no more buffer. You know, being on losers is always its own special kind of stressful. So we'll see.
It's a lot of stressful.
Because again, both these players have been playing BB Tag for a long time. They've been running through, but they're still honestly part of the newer generations of fighting game players.
Right.
You know, they're really trying to make their mark here, and it's one of those things you got to think about is, you know, they have experience playing a lot of tournaments, but there's still going to be the nerves of being on stage. No matter how good a player you are, you're still going to have that, it's still going to affect you a little bit, especially with how much is on the line. You really want to show up and show out, and sometimes you be outward and aware. You can kind of beat those nerves a bit, but at the same time, they're always going to be there lingering. So you have to really fight past that, as well as you're fighting your opponent in the game. So there's all these little things that add up. With the new generation, I want to see how well they fare in those situations and how they can push past those things like that.
You know, you say like the nerves are always going to be there, and a long time ago, a friend of mine, I mean, I'm an if you don't know me, I do a lot of performing, but a friend of mine who's an active performer in the community was like, if you don't feel that, it means you don't care. And these players that we see in this top 8 are so passionate about this community and about this game and spreading the love, especially ahead of the rollback net go, because we know we want to bring so many people back into this group and into our community. And they are passionate. It's so much fun. And so you do care and you do want to play your best, not just for yourself, but also for the community. And if you're not here, you can probably hear that there's a lot of noise going on around us. I think there are 2 more top 8s going on simultaneously with 3 top 24s going on next to us. This room is gigantic, and sometimes, I mean, a lot of these players don't wear headphones. You can hear all of that, what's going around, and that also contributes to your nerves.
Yeah, how well can you do in a crowded environment, right? People are popping off for Guilty Gear Strive. You know, you have Type Lumina in the house as well, but I like that Yui's kind of big chill, and they got the little pillow. They're relaxing
they
as
look
they're
so
getting
calm and
prepared
cozy.
there. You know, Flowerman always just big chill and looking pretty sharp and snazzy. Always nice to see people dressing up really well. You know, especially just like you, wearing super clean, very nice little outfit with a beautiful necklace. So yeah, with
we're
hair,
trying.
with the Frosty Faustings hair.
I know. I've had it's called Frosty Faustings Blue, and it was also called Arc Revo Blue. So I'm just representing all different types of games. So Arc System works clearly. You know, I have the hair. But yeah, we just had to reset the PS4. You know, this is what happens sometimes in offline tournaments. We just got to wait a little bit. But thank you for sticking with us here at Frosty Faustings 14, the 14th one. I am Jadelyn, this is Raph, and we've both been having a spectacular weekend so far, and are so happy to bring you guys this top 8.
It's been nothing short of outstanding. All these, I mean, again, the players started playing all today. So BB Tag was all just on Saturday. You know.
No, we had 2 pools last night.
There was 2 packets.
We had 2 pools last night.
Because this is a 2-day event. One of the few with so many games, but it's run so efficiently. You know, we'll be done right even before even 10 p.m. So it's really cool to see such a well-spaced, well-run event with so many amazing players, so many amazing communities all in one house. You know, Guilty Gear is always going to be the big dog here at Frosty Faustings, but anime always gets a special spot in that, be it BB Tag, be it BBCF or Melty Blood. All these amazing games really are at the forefront. And it's always fun to see because a lot of times they don't share a big stage alongside Street Fighter V, alongside Tekken or Dragon Ball FighterZ. So being able to see these not as popular games really, well, Strive is its own beast. Strive is up there with the big dogs, that's a fact of the matter, right? But like seeing stuff like BB Tag on stage next to Strive, being like right there neck and neck, it's beautiful to have all the communities get their amount of shine, especially for these games that you don't see that often in a production like this.
That's one of the things that's so great about Frosty is that so many, like you said, this is so many games time in the sun. So many things that you wouldn't get to normally see, and it just warms your heart being able to get so much different, there's so many different games and so many different people ready to be excited about things, because especially during this quick event, you might just end up falling in love with a game that you've never even seen before. So we're doing a button check because they don't play these characters.
And after all that happened, it's best to just be safe, so we're going to take just a little bit more of your time as we're getting ready. But don't worry about it. BB Tag is such a fast-paced game, it's not like it's going to even matter that much. The match is going to be shorter than that pause we had, I promise you that.
Well, it's been a joke since the game came out that's like, oh, we just ran all of top 8 during another game's one match. It do be like that sometimes. But all right, the buttons are checked. We're looking comfy and cozy, and it's time to get into this one for real. Everything looks good. So let's see what, I'm actually really curious what Flowerman decides to bring out first. I think that's the #1 order of what's going to happen. So we are going to get Hilda. He does play Mika. I've seen it. I don't disagree with it as a choice. I think with Mika's command grab and some of her her side switching that she can do, the setups are actually kind of gross. Nope. Nah. I mean, he does play Mika, so I was kind of curious if that was a mind game thing or not.
No, I didn't think that was just because Mika comes right after Hilda. Once you pick Hilda, so that's all that was. I like the pick. It's okay. It's okay.
Throw it all away.
I like the pick with 9. I like 9 coming in because, again, this is a team with Chie. Chie has the damage but doesn't really have the range. 9 can shut that down, especially backed up by Hilda. The Adachi assist can be really pivotal, but you've seen how well Flowerman has shut down Adachi assist. How he's done so well preventing that character from really being a crucial part in the equation for these teams.
God, I love this song so much. Shoutouts to the Uni soundtrack because it's actually spectacular. Okay, so I like the way that Yui is respecting Flowerman's gameplay, but what I hope that becomes is disrespect, which it did, because that's all Adachi knows how to do is disrespect people.
I mean, call it out. Flowerman for trying to go for a reversal, paying the price. Big hit here with the throw, but a nice safe burst to get out.
Okay, so both of them really... Sorry, the Wata got me. Wata!
English Chie, vocal cords of a god. Yep.
All right, so now Flowerman really getting things going, but 9 has lost a lot of health in the back, regenning some of that as she stays on the assist, and isn't able to do anything else because Yui's doing a great job punishing all of the assist calls. However, Adachi is kind of struggling right now against this Hilda. In order to get any significant damage, he does need to get in a lot closer. So that was something you were talking about earlier, is the advantage of Hilda and 9's range in this.
It's paying off so well. And you saw like the patience there from Flowerman trying to get some life back. Nice push block into hit. This is going to be a big important point. Agniastra, the run under though, getting the hit. Flowerman avoiding it super well. And now making it count with the overhead good blocks. Tags both characters, immediately cross. Going to get more damage on Adachi. How does Chie get out of this?
That was a great dragon kick all the way to the other side. That was a really good way for her to get out. It was something that you commented on earlier, is her movement and ability to do that. But Yui does lose Adachi, and that's a huge thing. Chie has been able to make solo comebacks since the dawn of time, so this isn't difficult. Good reversal there, does hit 9. But Flowerman has both of his characters. That's always an advantage that you have in the game if you have 2 characters and not 1.
Big push block, a lot of chip. The 2-character combo with the anti-air. Gotta watch out though. Hilda gets tagged. She could go out pretty, well, not quick. Has enough life. The counter's gonna get no punish though. Uh-oh. Flowerman can't let that happen for free.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I thought that was a setup too, so I expected something to come after it. The resonance is out for Yui though. Does finally get hit by the mix from Hilda. Get carried all the way to the corner. Okay, and then 9 is in, just comes in for the assist. All right, it just clean Hilda gameplay, honestly.
Yep. Playing that range game is going to be so effective. You saw Flowerman just like, I got a lead, I got both characters. It's just Chie.
That's a Hu-Tao pillow. Sorry, I got really excited. I was like, it's Hu-Tao. We got Genshin Impact on stage.
It's so difficult though. We have it on stage. I'm sure maybe eventually someday people are hoping for Genshin Impact characters in BB Tag.
I want this.
I know you do. I know you do.
I was like, oh, yes. All right, getting back into it. So strong counterplay, I feel like, from Flowerman there. I don't think that Yui is out of this by any stretch, but just honestly was outplayed and outranged as well.
Yeah, that team dynamic always makes it difficult. Got a lot of good, solid hits on the team, even being smart, like how Yui's been using a lot of the resources, using the burst on block to get in on Hilda, because it goes full screen, gets a punish on it, so it's really smart to see. Nice punish on the reversal. It's going to get the corner to get some good damage, and now Hilda with all this room.
Yeah, and I'm really, really glad to see the Flowerman punish that bait this time, because that was something you said you can't let that go for free.
And speaking like not going for free, trying to get the Agniastra, when she's airborne in the corner like that, Hilda's DP hits so high that Chie can't do that super free against Hilda.
No, absolutely not. Okay, there gets his Adachi, taking a ton of damage here. Chie is out of there, but I feel like Adachi is just, he's become the punching bag of Yui's team. He's just really not been able to get anything going. Stuck again. I mean, the Crimson Raider is doing a really good job locking Adachi down in the corner. He can't even Zeo, because if he does, he knows he's dead.
Yeah, it's so dangerous to even attempt that. Just like that, you mentioned, made one effort to Zeo, gets blasted, and still under pressure. Hard tag. But now Chie gets hit by the low, and nice side swap is going to be big, as Flowerman needing one more hit in either character really to get rid of him. Ooh, wait a minute.
Okay. I understand why Flowerman got stuck in the corner like that, but this is a big, big chance for Yui here. Not going to die, doesn't have enough meter to double super, which still wouldn't have killed 9 in the first place, but she's going to die there. Solo Hilda, but also Chie died on the other side.
Absolute insanity. Both players trading characters immediately. Flowerman with a small life lead here and has the second resonance. Finds the hit with the overhead. This is going to be great damage and running out the resonance timer. Is he going to activate? No, just going to chill here and wait it out.
Yeah, Flowerman is really confident in their use of resonance, especially with and when they want to activate it. So it does choose to activate there because it was really safe and didn't need like a knockback from an approach from Adachi. And really at this point, Flowerman can kind of wait it out, just trying to find the hit.
Yep.
There it was, across the screen.
Well, Yui with a little too high in the air Zeo. Try to take a shot, maybe catch Flowerman jumping, but as soon as that whipped overhead, the quick projectile from Hilda just shoo right through, piercing the heart of Adachi. And now Flowerman with just patient play and awareness, up 2 games, one more to eliminate Yui, who has to bring it back. We saw Yui go down like that against Yuri. Switch the song, get in the rhythm, get in the groove, and then they brought it back by winning a game. Can they do that same momentum but carry it further? That's going to be the biggest part, because it's all down to this.
It is all down to this. And Flowerman, being respectful, sitting there waiting for them as well. Of course, in this style of tournament, Flowerman is not allowed to switch characters. But Yui, hovering over the Yumi briefly. Nah, going back to the Adachi, there was a brief thought process of maybe, and, you know, moves on. Stick with what you know. Stick with what's solid, because I mean, I'm sure you've seen this as well. Like, sometimes we see that I'm down 2-0 character switch, and it just is devastating. More devastating than if you stayed with the original team.
Yeah, it's hard to do. You're committed to it through and through. I like the decision, like you said, just staying with your guns, knowing this team carried you this far and make it count. But, you know, Flowerman, again, has all this leeway. Games to give. Hi-ya!
Oh my god, I love English Chie so much. Shoutouts to the localization team. You guys did such a great job voicing those characters.
Love that the Kersonic cast back again to record more lines. You love to see it. Spacing looking good for Flowerman. Gets first blood here. There is no burst available as Yui had used up CC early to no avail. And now there's full screen pressure as Flowerman just happily zones it out.
Oh, I like the character switch there from the Adachi because it hit 9 right as the Morganite came out and she wasn't able to set out the unblockable on incoming.
Very nice.
All right, so now Yui is actually getting to play the Adachi, which is something we haven't really gotten to see much of. Hilda comes in and the punish was on deck with the Chie assist. Zio keeps in the corner. Chie gets out. There we go.
Oh, this escape. DonSisqo. There's going to be a block on the cross. Going to get a big punish there.
Yeah.
Yui making a little hard read with the super, taking a little bit of damage, and Flowerman back in control.
Yeah, Adachi is active for so long during that, but that time it does hit. Okay. The nails in the sky come out for Hilda. Gets both of them. This is a happy birthday. Flowerman has a ton of meter if they wanted to cash out, but doesn't get the opportunity. Does catch Adachi again. Cross combo activation, DP into, there's the activation from 9. Just, he became like a pool ball. Just
I tell you, zooming through, got punished, and now Flowerman, one big hit away, can get an assist. No, just Yui said, I'm done. That's it.
Oh, wow. Said I've got, yeah,
That's
you've got those.
Yeah, gave it up with Flowerman with the 3-0. Yui getting some momentum with some big hits, making it count, but after giving up their own happy birthday, losing that life, losing the last character, just said, it's over. It's over. Flowerman makes it through and advances into the loser semis.
You know, we've seen Flowerman on that confirm on 9. We know how long that combo goes, but part of me always wants to see it played out to the very end, because what if there was a drop? What if there's a comeback potential? You know, Chie does often get the opportunities to make big comebacks like that. So I personally always want to see it played to the end, because it's, I mean, we say it in a lot of different games, it's not over till it's over.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess in that point, Yui did feel like it was over. That was that. And Flowerman does advance Yui out in 5th, but an incredible run from them this weekend.
Yeah, definitely made a statement, making that top 8 winner side. Couldn't really clutch it out to go through the strong players. You know, back-to-back 9s. Always going to be rough to deal with. That characters can be a menace if you're playing a team that's really not equipped to handle it so well. But still, it's big to Flowerman, just playing really well, playing solid, and making it through. Let's see if they can continue on. But before we get to that, we got some amazing people we want to thank for making all of Frosty Faustings possible, like Gaming Generations, your home for event equipment. Check out their website so you can see and get a customized quote to help you bring your offline event to life. You can also go on Twitter and check them out, and Frosty Faustings on Twitter. Retweet the giveaway to hashtag FFXIV2022, and you could potentially win a Kwamba drone fight stick.
Oh, that's really exciting. You definitely want to do that. So shout outs to Gaming Generations and all they do for our community. And Paradise Arcade Shop, located here, right next to this ballroom. If you've got any issues, please make sure that you go see them, because they've got everything that you need for all of your peripheral fixes and tricks. And if you want to just get new button colors or a new stick cover or something like that, they've got it all for you. It's been supporting FGC at live events for over a decade. And if you're here, check out the Empress Hitbox Stickless controller with silent buttons. It's actually really hard to get your hands on one of those. So if you're interested in it and you're here, go pick it up. Do it.
And pick up Fantasy Strike, available now on Steam, Nintendo Switch, and PS4. Free to play with all characters ready to go unlocked without having to go through a game to get to them. Rollback netcode is on deck with a fun UI, very fun game, easy to play, hard to master. Fantasy Strike, check it out now.
And Frosty Faustings returns to the Westin next year, January 27th, 28th. Mark your calendar. Hooray, because this is honestly the best venue that we have ever had. It's got so much space for gaming, room for activities, and the turnout has been spectacular, and we are so happy to be partnered with the Westin for everything they've done for us. Thank you to the staff for being so accommodating to us and just really providing a great place for us to be.
Yeah, can't do it without them to play wonderful games like Samurai Showdown, available now on multiple consoles. He is the eternally strong footsie-based weapon fighter from SNK. Please look it up if you have a chance to play such a wonderfully fun game that can level up your skills really well. So that is Samurai Showdown. Take a look and enjoy.
And KOF 15 shattering expectations. I mean, I made a joke at EVO a couple years ago. It's like, oh, announcements. They're never going to announce KOF 15. And here it is in the flesh, just a few weeks away now, coming out on February 17th. And 40 characters on release with rollback netcode. That's pretty spectacular.
Most definitely, just like Arc Revo America Finals coming up March 19th, 2022 at the exact date, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We still have one more qualifying event next week with Arc Revo America West. You can watch all the action on twitch.tv/ArcsystemWorksU, but don't miss the world premiere trailers and announcements you'll find at the finals.
And then watch, play, compete at the Belong Gaming Arena in Schaumburg, teaming up with our friends here on this stream, Kick Esports, to bring you all the new home for fighting games. The official Super Saturday launch event at Woodfield Schaumburg is going to be on February 5th, and it's going to feature Street Fighter V, Tekken 7, Strive, and BBCF, the new rollback game.
You love to see it, and you love to play some Skullgirls Second Encore, now here on Steam and PlayStation, with the new Season 1 Pass characters after a decade. New characters coming through with one more yet to be revealed. You want to definitely enjoy this game with wonderful netcode and so much team-based action. That is Skullgirls.
And Blazing Strike, which is coming soon to PS4, PS5, Switch, and Steam, which is always really exciting. Especially it's from our friends at Axis, who's been doing a lot for the fighting game community for a really long time. It's a retro pixel art 2D fighting game with really good mechanics, both modern and reminiscent of the fighting games of the 90s, which I know a lot of people here, especially at Frosty Faustings, we have a soft spot in our hearts for those older games, so this is definitely going to play to the strengths of those particular players. And as most things do now, it's got rollback netcode, so why not? Get into it.
And don't forget to also get into Them's Fighting Herds, a 2D fighting game with the most adorable cast of characters you ever done see.
The cutest
but
murderers.
They might be so cute, but they'll stiffly kick your butt. Main 6 is Pride and Joy, available now on Steam.
And Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. I actually just got off Top 8 commentary for this. It's a spectacular game of cast of 26 characters that you can play now. And not only does it have rollback netcode, but it also has crossplay. So it's got, you know, if you have it on Steam, play it with your friend on PC, play it with your friend on PS4. I do it all the time on my stream. It's a lot of fun. And if you love Power Rangers as much as third grade me did, it just has incredible gameplay. Thank you to our friends at Enway for bringing this to us and having a spectacular game that we can play around the world on great rollback netcode.
All right. Ooh. And speaking of great games, don't forget to check out the latest from our friends at .emu.
And welcome back. We are here. We've made it to BB Tag Top 4 at Frosty Faustings XIV. And we have 4 of the strongest players who fought their way through a ridiculous gauntlet of people to make it here on this stage to take the front and center of this tournament in the main ballroom. BB Tag in 2022 is in the main ballroom, and we love to see it.
Starting off the year so strong with these 4 amazing players in the winner's side. We have your fave scrub, our fave scrub, everyone's fave scrub.
The favorite scrub.
Representing California big time with their amazing Ragna Ruby team. Their opponent, hailing from Tennessee, Uri, second place in BBCF this weekend and potentially getting to this top 3 for BB Tag as well, the BlazBlue master themselves. Then you've seen the loser semifinals, Flowerman, after defeating Yui 3-0, is going to be up against ZeroShadowblood, who beat Kiomi just a little bit ago with a big 3-1. Both these players, masters of their unique teams. It's going to be a heck of a match that we'll get to after that winter finals.
So this winner's finals is going to be explosive by far. So again, we get another, we're getting so much 9 the Phantom, and I'm so happy about it as a 9 player. So like you said, the 9 Izayoi with very strong, a lot of mix-up potential. Into the Ragna Ruby, the solid rock of this community. I mean, I said it earlier, they've been, YoFavScrub has played Ragna Ruby since the beginning of the game. I got the opportunity to talk to them as CEO. They were like, yeah, I picked up this team and I never changed. I love it.
That's great to have a team they have so much fun with in a game with so many amazing characters. You know, I think Ragna's going to have probably a little bit of the brunt of it, having to deal with the 9. Not the most mobile. Got some great buttons to kind of invade that space. But the Ruby, I think, is going to be the linchpin of the team. Having great assists, having such good mobility is going to be what's going to enable Ragna to do their stuff.
Exactly. And so the thing with Ragna is he's able to lock down a lot of what 9 can do. And, you know, okay, does end up getting hit by the assist from Izayoi there, but missed the entire unblockable just based on the way that that was situated and timed. However, now Ruby is in, and Ruby, I say this a lot, Ruby and 9 occupy the same space, but 2 planes cannot fly in the same airspace or else they crash and somebody dies.
Yeah,
and it might be 9 at this point.
Well, I mean, we've seen a dogfight. We've seen these planes battle it out with all the skill, and then we 5C user.
Southern California, what is it with you and your 5Cs? I will call you out on that every time, but you do that.
Hey, as long as it works, it's A-okay. That's 1 character down on Yuri's team, YoFavScrub, playing this super clean, keeping that pressure on, doesn't want to let Yuri get any of that space. Here's the offensive with the jump C. Big damage going to come out of here. Not enough meter for double super. It's going to set up a situation instead, and now might be dangerous. Nice tech, but you don't beat Ragna at the start after a tech. That button is so strong. When you reset to that neutral position, most characters really can't defeat it in a match of speed.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, that was not an anticipated tech, that because of the lateness of it from Yuri, you could tell they were like, oh, jeez, I'm grabbed, and they went for it. But because, again, like you said, the way that they were so delayed on the recovery, Ragna just had all the chance. And the thing with Izayoi, she's decent on offense, but defensively she just does not have a lot going for her except for that side switch, and she didn't have the meter to do that at that point.
Yeah, always a little bit rough on that, especially by themselves. You know, Izayoi, a great character as an assist, great for putting together with meter, but the way that Ruby and Ragna can just put out some big normals, really prevent an approach. Oh. Nice for YoFavScrub with a clean hit here. They're going to get some nice damage and put Yuri in this unfavorable position in the corner.
Woo! The overhead, but it's blocked! Oh my goodness, I thought that YoFavScrub had the opening, but now Yuri has the chance to switch in. Izayoi, again, look at the offensive potential of this character. Really great. Cross combo comes in, but Yuri was ready for it. Ruby is caught in the blender that was 9, and now caught in a separate blender. We're just slicing and dicing and using all the kitchen utensils today.
I mean, you see that sword, that's definitely going to be some sort of kitchen regulation using against that. But now look at Yuri, keeping that space, putting out the projectiles, just waiting out YoFavScrub's approach.
Yeah, the projectiles being really the only defensive option for Izayoi at that range. But, does get caught. I was about to say that YoFavScrub was doing a great job not getting caught, but then you got caught I'm sorry, I cursed you. It's my bad.
That EX was really clean. Really good call out from Uri, who now has a life lead. The throw check miss. The throw cancel. Catching the push block. YoFavScrub going to get some life back with the Devoured by Darkness. Give me the juice. Give me the life. Woo!
The overhead, too, catching it. Okay. Does force out the burst from Yuri. A good tech. And YoFavScrub sitting on 3 bars of resonance, which is actually pretty significant. That means they've got incredible comeback potential in this if they feel like they need to use it. So, does miss the extension on that jump, but it doesn't matter. You're dead.
That's right. Look at that. Yuri now down just a solo Izayoi, but the resonance coming first. Okay, resonance there. The grab tech. Again, you have to wait out Ragna, who has just that great absent throw tech pressure. Nice push block.
Wow.
Gotta watch out that we're scrambling. Scrambling. Yeah. Oh no.
No.
Uh-oh. This might spell bad for YoFavScrub taking damage. His controller maybe disconnected. I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't say which side that it was. This is a problem because
okay,
no,
fine.
He's good.
Yeah.
It may have been that somebody else decided not, or like didn't desync their controller, but in any case, we're still back into this match. Nobody has resonance. The life, even though it looks like there's a deficit, is actually pretty even. However, not if YoFavScrub gets caught like that.
Wonderful. Again, that speed of that EX so fast, leading to some solid damage. So really good awareness from Yuri, just again, waiting for YoFavScrub to jump and get caught out, and now tied up 1-1 this set. This is to get to Grand Finals winner side. There's so much at stake here because one, you get to Grand Finals winner side, you're at least guaranteed top 2, and you have that cushion of your opponent having to reset you twice, or reset you once and then beat you again, so.
But one thing about live tournaments is that resets happen and they happen often, so there's always a chance. You're telling me there's a chance. But right now, I know that YoFavScrub would love to sit comfortably in Grand Finals. However, Yuri's getting a really good combo here with 9. Very similar to the basic combo that you saw out of Flowerman as well. Just a really good extension using the quarterback B in the air to keep things going and keep your opponent just rising, rising, rising.
Right.
Good blocking here, though. Doesn't get hit by any of the meteors from 9. And does call the cross combo. Good blocking. Jumps out of there on the activation. Hits 9 on the way out. But then gets caught by the side switch from Izayoi. It's really one of her best tools.
Yeah, that EX, you see Yuri use it so effectively. Nice push block again. All this room, 9 gets tagged, but no one's really gotten like the big, huge hit. They're just getting like little things here and there. Nice throw tech into the Ruby. Watch your back. She's right there. Ruby Rose catching out big damage.
Okay. Does call in the assist, but that barely touched Ruby, and this is a big capitalization of damage. However, YoFavScrub is out of there. Active switches into the Ragna, really good. Gonna get increased recovery on Ruby by using that. And now, resets in the air and catches Izayoi by the tip of her little floaty shoes.
And then a big jump just falls on top of 9 to get this nice damage. YoFavScrub with a lot of meter here. One touch can solve the problem. There's the side swap. Now you gotta guess left, right, resonance. But gets tagged! Our friend Deadspike getting a bite. And Ruby's gonna finish the plate. YoFavScrub now up 2-1 with an exceptional mix-up and patience to get the most out of that resonance activation.
It was very, very smart the way that YoFavScrub played the end of that, especially because Ruby can be so slippery on her side switches. I feel like I blinked and suddenly 9 was stuck in the corner. I was like, wait, that's where Ruby was a literal second ago. But that's how volatile and this game can be. It changes in a second.
Yeah, characters have such good tools of just swapping around, and those characters that force those sandwiches that bring you delicious food, make it happen. Nice damage. Ragna off to a great start. This time blocks Ruby on the backside. Yuri trying to escape, gets tagged. Oh, what a hit! That's going to cash out huge damage. Double super should finish the job. And now it's down to solo Izayoi. Level 1 resonance, barely any bar. Yuri has so much to do, but gets tagged already.
No, he has so much to do and so far to go, and I don't think he's going to really get the opportunity to do it.
Woo!
Cross combo activation already hit. Ruby takes it back to the skies. There is meter to finish this with the super. Oh, man. I know. Look at YoFavScrub. He was feeling that. He was stressed, and that's actually not a look that you see him in very often.
He can't believe it. He made Grand Finals. Winner's side, YoFavScrub out of his seat almost immediately. Eyes wide open.
Did you hear that at the
pumping,
end? It was a perfect.
With a perfect 2. sending the player who beat ZeroShadowblood pretty decently. Yuri being a scary opponent to deal with, but YoFavScrub, again, showcasing why he's the fave scrub for all of us.
Yeah, so let's take a look at this during the replays just to see sort of how that went through. This is the one that Izayoi really shone in. And it was great to be able to see that. This is the 4th match that we had where just great double super finishes, or doesn't even need the double super on that one. But look at this. I didn't even notice that he was working on a perfect because it was such a dominant match. He never took a hit. It's not even that there was recoverable health. He never took a hit. That's ridiculous.
And that's even with Ragna, who's kind of a cheater character because he doesn't get the life back from hits. So he's able to, like, recover some and get back to that. But, it's still a perfect. It still counts. Even if it's Ragna perfects are perfects.
If the bar is blue, it's perfect.
If the bar is blue, it's perfect. If their hair is blue, it's perfect. Right?
Hey, we take those! But that was a nail biter. Even though it was 3-1, it still felt like it was much closer than that just because the outplay and the set play was so active in that. And with our next match coming up, which is Flowerman versus ZeroShadowblood, I feel like that's also going to be a factor.
Yeah.
Because Flowerman does have a tendency to play better in longer sets when they can get a read on their opponent. When it's a faster set of games, like if it ends up like we don't often, if ever, play this game 1st to 2. But in that situation, it's a little bit harder. I don't think it's ever happened.
At the beginning. But
At the very
first to
beginning.
2 is like the curse BB tag. We don't do that.
No,
thank you.
Shh, we don't talk about these things. Don't get any ideas. We don't want it to go any faster than it does. But in longer sets, Flowerman does get gets the opportunity to put his tendrils sort of into it and feel it all out. With ZeroShadowblood, they have shown us repeatedly that they can make adaptations particularly well, and especially in online formats. You and I have commentated several of their matches online via the PlayStation Tournament series and in EVO as well.
Yep.
But this is live, and they do have some live experience, but I know we keep harping on it, but it's been 2 years since we've been in this opportunity, and it is different. No matter how many times you compete, hearing people is very, very different. When you hear that ooh from the crowd, and you're like, oh, I done messed up.
Being on the stage, very different. The lights hitting you, very different. Both these players, though, seasoned tournament veterans. It's going to be an exceptional match. It's going to be very similar to what we saw last time because we're going to have a match with a team from Flowerman that's adept at the range game, that plays, a Hilda to zone. Going to do a good job of that. But then you're going to have like a big rush down. Oh, we got a little friendly pat there to start things off. ZeroShadowblood, definitely a team that's more offense-oriented and wants to run with that Susanoo get in your face, backed up by the Yumi to make it count. We're going to see how well Flowerman can keep ZeroShadowblood out, how well it can make the space. This is to get to the losers finals. Winner of this faces Yuri. If ZeroShadowblood wins, they'll get a run back. If Flowerman wins, we're going to have 9 mirrors more than likely. Maybe, I don't know.
I would love to see that. I'm not sure how Flowerman feels about the 9 mirror. I know they've spoken to me about it and how they feel about it, but at this point in time, I can't remember if they're like, I like it or I don't. Because, it's really one way or the other. There's no lukewarm feelings. It's on or off.
Yeah.
But we are going to stick with the 9 Hilda from Flowerman, which is so interesting because he's like, I play Teddy now, and I haven't seen that once this weekend, so I'm going to call you out on that. Getting into this with ZeroShadowblood, we're definitely going to be wanting to watch who Flowerman chooses to get rid of first. And I like the idea to get rid of Yumi first because that's going to honestly be the issue.
That's true. Even like as a point character or the assist, offers a lot to the team. Hilda, nice blocks there. Good push block in the hit, forces the burst out. But clean hit. All right, ZeroShadowblood just needs one little touch to get going already. Half-life gone on Hilda.
Blocking a lot from Susanoo, does get the push block in as well, activates cross combo. Susanoo does manage to jump out of the sandwich situation. The pressure from the 9 projectile, which goes so slowly across the screen. However, this is a big pickup here from ZeroShadowblood. Goes into just the jump back to make sure that he was going to be safe. Cross combo activation, but then just a burst from Hilda unfortunately gets caught. ZeroShadowblood expected it, and now this is going to be big damage from ZeroShadowblood. Has 4 bars. But again, that assist seemed a little late. It worked out eventually, but That's the third time we've seen that assist not do the bounce up that they needed to get the double super immediately.
Yeah, it's okay though. Was able to get like a nice little trick and get the hit. So putting down now just a 9 by itself. ZeroShadowblood's offense again, structured so strong. There's the Morganite, gonna move forward, but nice patience again, ZeroShadowblood. Trying to catch 9. You don't have BDCF stuff to save you here. Susanoo has all his moves unlocked from the get-go. This is a full-powered character. Gonna be happily able to just sit back and chill as you try to aggress.
Yeah, Flowerman is trying to stay out of the trouble, but unfortunately does get caught. This is a big, big catch. I don't even think that, yeah, you're dead. You don't even need to do, oh, you did aerial rape twice to go ahead and make sure that it was official, but that, it would have killed the first round. You didn't need the second aerial
better
rape.
be safe.
Oh, no, I agree.
Definitely down, but better safe than sorry. Easy cash out for, and with the assist at the end, just to ensure that the character goes down. We're not leaving anything to chance, and you can't do that, especially when you're in a situation that gets to losers finals.
No, and I don't want to see people leaving things to chance. It's heartbreaking when you're like, when you see something like very typically somebody drops in for resonant after losing a character and it's like, oh, you can resonance now, and then they don't, and then they die.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you died with one of your most important solo character tools left on the table. It's just not something you want to see. It's heartbreaking. Don't take any chances. Take all the advantages.
You do your best to omit. It's going to be difficult when there's so much going on in game number 2, especially like this. ZeroShadowblood getting first blood, going to get to the corner here, extending it with the assist to force the sandwich off of there. Let's see how well Flowerman gets out with the burst. Okay, that way. Trying to maybe catch ZeroShadowblood, going for a throw, but no dice. And now Hilda just playing this range really well. There's the whip throw, just like Flowerman wanted. Nice up back. A little bit of damage, not a lot.
Okay, catches the assist after using the parry there from Yumi. So now this is giving Flowerman the opportunity that he was looking for. Getting Susanoo caught here, Crimson Raider assist, doesn't really get anything from it. Cross combo Crimson Raider, that does he go into activation? Crimson Raider all day, every day. God, 9 players were all the same. We all do it.
Bro grab, nice. Flowerman is gonna force the CC just to make sure that Yumi doesn't get tagged by the Hail of Blades. More pressure here, up back again. And nice hard tag into the switch, bringing in Yumi. Oh, wait a minute, it's almost a happy birthday, but tech forward. ZeroShadowblood letting Susanoo get health back.
Oh man, and that could have been a happy birthday in return from ZeroShadowblood, but unfortunately just wasn't confident in the button press. I guess they didn't believe. And now this is giving Flowerman another opportunity. Flowerman, even without recoverable health, in a very advantageous position. Until I said that this could be huge, I don't think they're going to, no, they are going to build enough for it to have double super, but they don't have the assist meter to call it. Oh. DP does catch Susanoo. This is the reset that Flowerman needed to extend the life in this round.
Oh, here's the sword. It's gonna mess it up. Beautiful jump on that, getting the tag with Hilda on the way down, and we're gonna do an easy super, cash out that huge damage. 5K off a clean hit, and now we're tied up 1-1. Nice answer back from Flowerman.
It was, and that's the second time we've seen like the sort of Hail Mary Susanoo super, and the second time it hasn't worked out.
Yeah.
So I would really like from ZeroShadowblood not to see that happen anymore. Like, and that's, again, it's a struggle of having a full screen super. When you see both characters on there, on both sides, you're like, if they push the button, I've got somebody.
Yeah, there's something. You might get a big tag, even if it's a little scary in CC. Well, if the character hasn't done anything, they might be inactive, they might whiff on it, but yeah, just Flowerman, kind of aware. You know, you gotta, when you're playing against a character like that, you have to, you know, you're patient for it. You're gonna see this super, you don't want to get swatted out of the sky and just lose all that life just trying to zone. You're really gonna play your air ranges, you're gonna be off the ground, floor is lava.
Yes.
How the game goes.
Yes, it is. All right, so we're 1-1, which is pretty much what I expected for this. I really do think this one is gonna go back and forth pretty frequently. All right, cross combo activated, good blocking on the side of ZeroShadowblood, but does get hit by that sneaky low C from 9. Can do so much and it hits so far.
That's true. Oh, there's the extension, forces another burst. Every round we've seen the burst into Susanoo because Yumi just cannot deal with the range that's coming out from Flowerman. Clean hit into the corner. Nice tech forward, but gets grabbed. Beautiful setup for the throw for Flowerman.
Yeah, this is standard Hilda combo. Crimson Raider Morganite into the unblockable. Chooses not to use it. It was just a threat. That's such a smart way to play the mind game with your opponent. Gets hit with the JB from 9. And then with the JC from 9-2, and Yumi was forced into this poor little situation. Baby girl is having a hard time.
Doesn't even get a chance to play the game. Been ineffectual so far this round. And the pressure keeps up as Hilda finds the low with the EX. A little extra damage, but now Crimson Raider putting that full screen, activate the cross combo, and now you're just under pressure getting chipped. A nice burst.
Okay, so Hilda's blocking a lot of the Susanoo pressure now until right then, until I said it, of course. And then Hilda coming in with all of her spikes, gets caught with Crimson Raider. Yumi dies, Hilda cashes out. Flowerman, strong health advantage too there.
Just decisions were beautiful. And then the laugh, the Hime-sama laugh. Oh, Flowerman loves him, his queens, and he is there to represent
his girls. They're
his
all
girls.
up there.
He is always going to be there. Hilda is his baby. Hilda is the character that he has really fleshed out so well in North America, the ride or die, and it's put ZeroShadowblood in a position where they have to really think at this point. They're on the down foot, one game away from being eliminated. And it was a struggle of really just trying to find anything. Even with tech boards getting in Hilda's face, Flowerman was ready for a lot of little things, and this is the last chance at this point.
Yeah, and the advantage and disadvantage of playing so often online where your tournaments are recorded is that your opponent has the opportunity to watch what you do and exploit your tendencies. And at this level of gameplay, these players know the tendencies of the other person, so sometimes it's a lot less about the characters that they're picking and the person that they're playing. Because, Flowerman is going to play a particular set of characters a particular way because that's how they like to play this video game. And then ZeroShadowblood, same thing. They like a particular aggressive style. There's a very specific speed they like to play at, especially with playing into Susanoo's strengths of being a lot faster with Yumi on the assist, being able to oppress the opponent to where they can't do anything. Whereas Flowerman is so willing on their tempo to sit back, and with a player like ZeroShadowblood, it puts them on the back foot. It's very awkward for them. Yeah,
for sure. So it's going to be, fighting that kind of matchup, fighting that kind of player that plays a team that's so good at countering what your team wants to do. ZeroShadowblood just struggling to move forward, gets out of the CC mix-up, text to throw to, earns their turn here. But oh, what a confirm on both characters from Flowerman.
That was so huge. Now, even though there was an advantage there, Flowerman does get Hilda caught at the end of that. This, activates, does go into the Susanoo super, eat dirt, go into the second one. Honestly, if I'm ZeroShadowblood, I want to get rid of Hilda too at this point.
Yeah.
But that is a lot of recoverable life, goes ahead DPs, chooses not to switch out, uses the cross combo instead to go ahead and get the sped up healing on Hilda while she's in the back. But this Morganite setup, there's the unblockable, picks it up. Yumi's almost dead.
Oh, what an anti-air, just like that, sending Yumi to the back, getting back into the corner. What a combination. Gonna just wait it out, avoid it, put the pressure on. Doesn't want to try too hard for the unblockable.
Oh
my gosh, ZeroShadowblood losing so much life. And now, Hilda goes down though. This is ZeroShadowblood's biggest chance, but it's against a huge 9 with all this pressure, all this space, gets the hit, forces the burst out.
Yeah, the what I like to call TikTok Death Clock was on, but because Flowerman got hit, it was taken off at the very end and it wouldn't transfer to Yumi. Flowerman does have Resonance, chooses to use it then, avoids the incoming grab. Counters the low with a super girl, you are dead.
Oh my god, Resonance into super. Flowerman with the life lead. It's going to be a Resonance here from ZeroShadowblood to get some life back, but it's very even. Both players, all this meter on deck. Next hit can finish it. For Flowerman, gets one touch. ZeroShadowblood trying to navigate, but it's so difficult.
Okay, so the Death Clock is on. They're using the quarterback C's to try and get anything since it does go onto your opponent anywhere on screen. Okay, he's going to get the hit. Is this going to activate in time? Is he going to get hit? He is!
And that does it! Flowerman eliminates ZeroShadowblood!
Oh
and the pop-off with the combo into the clock. The countdown is ticking for you! ZeroShadowblood, yes! Yes!
Oh my gosh, that last, that was so intelligently played. The way that he did that and the way that Flowerman got the Death Clock. So if you're not familiar with how that works, it starts at 12, goes all the way around. When it gets to 12 again, there's a special super that only happens at that activation that comes out. And because Flowerman got the hit, launched him into the air, you are not able to block that while you're in the air. So he just blew up. It was such intelligent placement and gameplay.
Yeah, and just like, it sucks to see when you're ZeroShadowblood. You just see it ticking down when you get hit, and then you just know that hit's going to be inevitable. Crazy to end like that situation with the activation of Resonance right into Super after that, because you were invisible during Resonance, and then you had the Invincible Super calling out the pressure there from Yumi. That was such a big risk that they took, and it worked out so well. You see, the countdown appears. Only so much time left. When you're ZeroShadowblood and Flowerman just big chilling until...
Look at him just waiting. He's just waiting for it to hit, and then because he's hit, he doesn't have the opportunity to block in the air. I mean, you can block that if you have the chance, but if you don't have the chance, my dude, you're dead.
Oh yeah, when you get comboed into it, that was an easy 3K when the time ended, and that makes it so Flowerman now makes top 3 with ZeroShadowblood taking 4th place here at Frosty Faustings XIV. And now we get a great match between Flowerman and Yuri. It's going to be an exceptional one, as they love to rock really annoying, oppressive,
Tell
and
us how you feel,
disgusting
Raph.
teams. You've seen what both of them could do and what they've done to so many people, and now they got to do it to each other.
Yes, they do have to do it to each other. We are taking a sec to desync some pads, which always makes me happy in my heart. We're back to offline. Desync your pads. It's a good thing to say. You know what? I don't hate saying it just because we're here. But I think the interesting thing going into this match is that Flowerman has been so successful on the 9. Yuri has also been so successful on the 9. Does Flowerman bring out a different character, or does he think that he's got the advantage in this particular match?
It'll be fun to see. I'm excited because, like you mentioned, Hilda and friends. So we know at least one character is going to come back for Flowerman, but it's going to make for an interesting matchup dynamic. We already know what waits in Grand Finals. That's going to be Ragna Ruby, piloted by YoFavScrub. They are watching intently, seeing who makes it to them, preparing their game plan for whatever opponent they're going to face. But it's going to be interesting because they both play similar styles and they similar teams. So it works out, I think, the best for YoFavScrub because they're going to be extremely prepared for whoever wins this losers finals because of just that similarities.
Right, and we're just sitting here, we got the button checks, you know, I'm fine with it. Let's make sure everything works. Especially this far into the bracket, we definitely want to make sure everything is in full working order. But honestly, we've talked so much about this that I just want to get into it. I want to see the pacing, especially of these two players, is very similar. Whereas in the previous match, the tempo that each player liked to be at was a very big differential and something that both of them could exploit to their advantage. But this one, they both like to play pretty similarly. So I'm curious as to how that's going to factor in, who gets first hit, who decides who's going to play 9, if 9's going to come out at all. How does the Izayoi factor in as the assist character as well? I think they might be discussing what color they're going to use because I think they both use the same color.
On the 9, I mean, if it comes down to that, you know, this is the match to win the color. This is the match to win the color. This is the color match. To end all color matches, we're not worried about who goes to grand finals. We're worried about who gets the 9 color out of the 2. I'm interested to see, but again, we might not even see 9. We know the Hilda's there, and it's gonna be, drumroll please, 9.
It is 9.
Oh, the 9 mirrors, Jalen's dreams come true.
I love BB Tag so much! We get a 9 mirror! Do we get a 9 mirror? Flowerman! Do we get a 9 mirror?
I think we call this more of an 18.
Reset victory count.
All right, we get an 18.
18!
Two 9s make an 18.
Yay!
Is it going to be one heck of a match? Again, 2 different flavors of 9. This is the .9 you see from Yuri, backed up with the assist kit from Izayoi. But instead, with Flowerman, it's Hilda back with the 9 assist, trying to set up advantageous situations to bring in 9 to create that. Oh, wait, we're starting the 9 first. Literally 9 on 9.
This is the action we signed up for. Here at Frosty Faustings 2022. This is what we want in life. It's 9 mirrors. In 2022 BB Tag, I want more 9 mirrors.
Well, we're starting it out just the way you like it. letting the intros rock, the tensions rise. Whoever wins this, it's going to be amazing either way. Let's go. Can't escape from crossing fate. And Yuri on the aggression, round start, forcing the push block out of Flowerman. Here's the first cross combo.
All right. So the first Morganite of the day is out, but then the first Crimson Raider on the assist is out, and golly, Yuri's 9 was just trapped in that knifey little blender that Hilda puts out. Honestly, this is how I think Flowerman needs to approach the team, is to take the other 9 out first, because we've seen it. The Izayoi can make comebacks, but it's definitely not the strong character of Yuri's team.
Yeah, ooh, wait a minute. Yuri getting a big hit, though. You can see those. I love seeing, like, advanced Izayoi combos. Still,
Yes.
like, that was, like, not huge, 6K on a DP punish, but it set up this great situation. Gets the punish on the 9, but couldn't cash out enough.
Okay, so resets to neutral, as much as big space neutral can be in this game. Trying to find an in is Yuri with the Izayoi, trying to get the switch. But I like the using of the electric ball on the top and then catching Izayoi coming down. It was a really great way to get her into this scary corner situation. Hilda, Morganite comes in, gets caught, and forces out a burst. And unfortunately, Flowerman was ready for it. And now the opposite 9 is stuck. There's a lot of meter building on the side of Flowerman. Can call an assist, Crimson Raider cross combo.
Yeah, good pressure here. And playing full screen, there's the overhead, cash out the damage. Finish it with super no burst, can save you now. And Izayoi's rocking it solo, comes in on the mirror. And now we're in the sandwich. Overhead, no full extension. Patiently waiting. Yuri is in the corner here. Activates resonance. Oh, the throw, the whiff from there. And now we're just gonna play a little pressure, but nice cross up. This should be it for Flowerman. Just one more.
Yeah.
Nice hit after this. We'll seal the deal in game number 1.
Okay, there was a brief opportunity. I was like, Izayoi? Nope.
It's too much. With all that range and that nice media assist, there was just too much against it that Yuri just had to sit there and block and wouldn't even had a chance to even teleport or a projectile or anything.
No,
even
there
a
was no
reversal would just get blown up. So it's unfortunate, but that's just how well Flowerman set it up on their quest to grand finals.
That is quite the quest. This is a big Hilda climb. Not a Hilda.
Hilda
No.
climb.
Throw the whole Jadelyn away. Throw her away.
You're done. You're done after this.
I'm out of here. I am. So now Flowerman, really strong opening again. I really like the ending that combo in Crimson Raider, just so it keeps knocking your opponent backwards and leaves a lot of space for your assist to come in.
Yeah,
now,
for sure.
Izayoi is in. I really do like that we've seen stronger gameplay from Yuri's Izayoi. It looked very secondary in the first couple matches, but now it seems a lot stronger. However, caught with a Morganite, and both 9s are in, but Hilda switches in from Flowerman, trying to open up the 9 like he did before in the previous round. It was really good gameplay from them.
Yeah, again, just playing to their strength with this range, because 9 having a lot of range herself, but not enough to match Hilda here. So yeah, Flowerman just playing that, using the tools extremely well, push blocking and just on the sound defense.
Beautiful sound design of BB Tag. You hear it from every angle. Okay, the DP didn't catch anybody just because Yuri was so far away, but still no significant foothold in here from Yuri. Flowerman doing a great job maintaining health. The high-low mix from Flowerman with Hilda is so disgusting. The way that he sets up those projectiles is so confusing. But Yuri blocking for Izayoi's life, still not hit. Morganite comes out, but the DP was actually countered there.
Not even a chance. Has all it's done is sit here and block for the last like 20 seconds. Finally gets into the 9, but 9 gets tagged. And now Yuri just with, okay, double mirrors. The literal mirror match, woohoo! But Flowerman doesn't have to do anything. Flowerman just has to chill here. Even with the clock countdown on there, it's not really gonna matter.
No, I mean,
happy to just sit and chill.
They're sitting in Rampage time, so you are seeing that they're gaining meter at a pretty rapid rate. That doesn't hit, unfortunately. Death Clock is out on Izayoi. It was briefly, but there must have been a hit in there because it went away.
Yeah. This is nice. At least Yuri getting some damage, but it's looking a little too rough. Gonna cash out. Some nice extension with the cross raid to finish the job, and now down to 9.
We haven't seen a cross raid in a minute, and that was actually really clutch because it got rid of Izayoi, and it wouldn't have otherwise. It was a good use of the resources that were there. So this is a much bigger combo from Yuri with 9. The push block there, Death Clock is out, but one hit will get rid of it. And now Flowerman, you did the combo to me, I can do it back to you.
He's gonna seal the deal here with the super step on him. Yes, Queen, finish the job. Flowerman up 2-0.
Honestly, I feel like right now, Yuri is finding bits and pieces, little bits to, try and get through, but it's like they're in an open book test and they keep going, I know the answer's in here, I know I can find it, but I didn't take good enough notes, I don't know where it is. Flowerman is so well-versed, so knowledgeable. You mentioned it earlier, he's one of the U.S. players of this team, not just Midwest, but U.S.
Yeah.
He brought so much forward with Hilda Tech when things we were only seeing was out of Japan. Brought so much forward with 9 when we had really not seen that, and a lot of people did learn from him. I would love to see some adjustments on the side of Yuri with the Izayoi because it's been really clutch, some side switch, some cross combo situations.
It's tough. It's tough because, again, you got a character with decent movement, but with no range to contest it. So if you don't have a way to skip around the neutral, it just gets so difficult. That's why it's such on the back of 9. 9 has to get started to start the party here, but now with Flowerman escaping after a burst that almost got punished, and we're going to see again how they're going to set up with having this space. Gets easy grab into super to cash out some damage.
I really hope he's doing the laugh on stage.
Oh, wake up super. The beam is going to come into the full riser, and that's going to let Izayoi get to play. But that was a cost, big cost, 4 bars.
Yeah, that was unfortunate because the entire thing was blocked due to the really smart cross combo activation. Izayoi did get punished, but now she is getting her chance to play with Hilda in the corner. I don't know if she's going to be able to side switch the way that she wants to. I was not sure if he's going to switch into 9 because 9 does have a lot more health than Hilda does right now. Okay, there it is.
Oh,
DP
but
was
matter.
punished.
The teleport,
no.
Beautiful. Normally, at that higher range, only Hilda can DP you.
Oh my god, she's alive, she's
the
dead,
crossover.
I lied.
That was nice. That was going to punish a hard tag as well. It's really smart to do it in that situation. Oh, here comes the solo 9 though. Gotta watch out with the block strings. Nice. Penabeta throw. Yuri not biting and gets a hit.
I love the way the Flowerman decided to do the downward teleport. It's not something you see particularly often, just so that they could reset their position on screen. This is big from Yuri, though.
Small drop, but gets a hit. It should do it. There you go. Nice.
Yuri found the answers. He went to the right page.
Took a little bit of time, but any good test, you got to be patient to make it count. That was exceptionally done to get on the board here, build a little bit of momentum. We saw what Izayoi can do once the character can at least get moving and not get so suppressed by the targeted fire that you see from the Hilda assist and from the 9 kit. So if Flowerman is looking to make it past this with one more win, he's going to have to find a way to shut that down again.
He really is, but with this kind of opening, it's a very strong opening from Flowerman. Already forced out a burst from Yuri. Izayoi was able to get a little bit of, screen lockdown, but no real damage potential. Flowerman now starting the big damage onto Yuri, gets the Morganite stuck in the corner, and just the Kurtzite and the Androtite do it again. This is such a really fun combo to watch, but not if you're on the receiving end.
Goodbye, Izayoi. Sayonara, go back to BlazBlue Central Fiction. And this is looking grim as it's solo 9. Oh, what an overhead into activation. Going to cash out big damage, especially because the clock is ticking on Yuri.
Yeah, and if he's stuck in the air like this, doesn't get the chance not going to get the chance to recover. Does Resonance, are they hit? Yeah, they are. And there's so much unrecoverable health that happens with that particular super. Morganite is out again. He's hit. Flowerman. Oh, baby. Look, he's as relieved as I think we are.
Exactly, because that's a hard opponent to get past. That's like the senpai. When you come down to it, this is Yuri, who's been around the block a little bit longer than Flowerman. You see him just showing so much love for Yuri. Both 9 players, both very cut from the same cloth.
Yes.
And he's feeling sentimental because he's beat one of the people who really laid the groundwork for Flowerman's team to really shine. So one step ahead, sending Yuri home at 3rd place, protecting the house here in Chicago. You seem a little emotional, and I can wholeheartedly understand. You see what an insane match that was and what level of play that Flowerman went at with just great awareness, great mix-ups, perfect utilization of 9. You know, we saw a little bit of Teddy, but Teddy's taking a backseat to let the ladies rock.
I'm really glad to see it too, because so many times over the past 2 years, we've been able to talk about while we're doing offline or online tournaments, you know, this is what YoFavScrub or what Flowerman is known for, and what he's really been able to bring to the Chicago and the Midwest BB tag scene, and we get to see it highlighted here today and showcased. But he's going to have to face YoFavScrub, my fave scrub, our favorite scrub. So we're getting a SoCal versus Chicago battle for grand finals here in BB Tag.
It's going to be insane. With that, I mean, Flowerman definitely used up a lot of the juice against Yuri. Going in with good momentum, though, against YoFavScrub. But YoFavScrub, you know, their game plan is simple and set forward. They're not going to, they're just going to have a solid team that just wants to get in and do some damage. Again, this is a good zoning team with Flowerman, so it's going to make it difficult for that to happen, but Ruby Rose doesn't care 2 bits about your range, about your projectiles, about none of that. So it's going to really be how well Flowerman can keep YoFavScrub from letting Ruby Rose rock out.
Absolutely. That's a really great point that you bring up. And while we get ready for this spectacular grand finals, we're going to give a shout out once again to the fantastic sponsors that we have who help put Frosty Faustings on every year, and we could not do it without them.
Like Gaming Generations, your source for all the equipment you need to run quality offline events. Please check them out at gaminggenerations.com.
And also KOF 15 coming very, very soon. On the 17th of February, it's got rollback netcode 40 available characters at launch, which is a whole lot of characters, and really has been exceeding all expectations. It's going to just be a really, really great game, and I know that there's a lot of people in the community who are excited about it. I'm one of them, and I look forward to being able to play this game soon.
Yep, and you can go play it at the Schaumburg location for Belong Gaming Arenas. Watch, play, compete, and check out Super Saturday coming up February 5th for Street Fighter V, Tekken 7, Guilty Gear Strive, BBCF. Check out their website and find out where you belong.
Also, Skullgirls, a big member of the anime fighting game community, still putting out content with their season pass, and you can get the mobile Skullgirls app, download it for free, a whole free $, on the App Store and on Google Play. It's actually really fun, and if you log in today, you get a free gift. And I mean, I just can't say enough about the Skullgirls game in general and how the devs are putting so much into it right now. So please support them by downloading the app today.
And if disc throwing action is more your speed, check out Windjammers 2, recently released, available on PlayStation, PC, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Game Pass, and on PC on January 20th, which just a little bit ago. Windjammers 2.
Them's Fightin' Herds, a spectacular fighting game. It's cute as it is deadly, and it's so much fun to get to play. There was actually a really awesome 1st to 5 exhibition that was right before Battle for the Grid, where some of the people who actively work on Them's Fightin' Herds was playing the game, and it was so cool. The developers are actively involved in the community, and if you want to get involved with a game that is just like a really close-knit community, this is definitely one of the ones you want to get involved in.
That's right, and you'll need equipment to get involved like those at Paradise Arcade Shop. You can see their website there, paradisearcadeshop.com. Parts aplenty for all your stick and controller needs, as well as the new Empress Hitbox Stickless controller, as well as those Crown silent buttons.
Sometimes we like hearing buttons. Other times you don't want to have your buttons heard. And with Texas Showdown in your area of the world, it's going to be held April 22nd and 24th. In Houston, Texas. It's a really big event. I hope at one point I get to come down there because I haven't been to Texas since I was 5, so it's been 30 entire years. So I would love to come down to Texas at some point. Normal registration continues until February 14th. Register today and check it out at txshowdown.com.
And if you want something a little bit more local, check out Roundhouse, provided by the amazing streamers here at Low Kick Esports. You're going to see it at the Ignite Gaming Lounge. 4 amazing streams, 12 different tournaments. Follow Low Kick Esports on Twitter at Low Kick Esports to get more information about Roundhouse.
And Vortex Gallery, the event for a lot of anime games that usually happens sometime in the fall, is setting the winter guidance for this winter and into the spring a little bit. Strive is going to be featured the 26th to 27th, Type Lumina March 5th to 6th, and KOF 15, which will have come out not even a month prior, on March 12th to 13th. So check it out, smash.gg/winter guidance.
And look forward to next year's Frosty Faustings, already announced January 27th through the 28th in 2023. If you couldn't make it this year, you might feel a little safer next year. I hope you can come through, enjoy the amazing tournaments that you'll find here at Frosty Faustings in Chicago, Illinois, Lombard to be exact. I hope to see you there next year.
Please select your character.
Finish it right now or never. A full throw, a blow with the mask, I have to sever. Place and time from the full vibes line. Whatever opposes me, I will outshine. I endeavor to outlast whoever will try. Bad weather, the ship will capsize. Apply mad pressure, you will see my ugly side. Cause I'm not going down without a fight. No, I'm not going down without a fight. I'm not going down without a fight.
Welcome back. We're here at Frosty Faustings 14, and it's time. It's time for BB Tag Grand Finals. My excitement cannot be contained. I have been waiting to see, I cannot be contained! I've been waiting for this, to see it live for years, and to be back at the place on the stream that gave me my very first on-stream chance. 2 years later, a whole lot of tournaments down, and we're here, YoFavScrub versus Flowerman in BB Tag Grand Finals.
YoFavScrub with the big wins you see on the bracket. We're going to show you in just a moment. Beating Kiomi 3-2 to start things off for the top 8, and then beating Yuri in a dominating fashion 3-1. Has been waiting in the wings to face Flowerman little by little. Flowerman working his way through the losers. Beating YoGameWizard pretty clean 3-0. Beating Yui 3-0. ZeroShadowblood 3-1, and then 3-1 against Yuri. It was just an amazing playthrough for Flowerman. This amazing run, wanting it so bad, but YoFavScrub now stands in his way. YoFavScrub, who was like eyes open after beating Yuri to get to grand finals, just in disbelief that they made it this far, and they're gonna make it hell for Flowerman to even get any match, to get any W's.
These guys, I mean, a lot of this crew that we got to see here throughout the entire thing, for the brackets, the top 24 to top 8, they've played each other for years.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of friendships that have been made in this game, a lot of friendly rivalries as well. And this being one of them, we're going to get into it. Grand Finals at Frosty Faustings 14. Flowerman versus YoFavScrub. Let's go!
Ragna Ruby, Hilda 9. All YoFavScrub has to do is win 3 games to be the champion. Flowerman needs to win 6 in this giant set to make it count. Already we're scrapping, we're fighting. There's a DP coming out, but the punish from Ruby Rose, and we're going to the corner. Party time as Ruby delivers.
And it's not pizza, it's just pain. It's pain and death. So now active switch into Ragna. Forces the burst in from Flowerman, but double super for your troubles. That's a humongous punish onto 9. Yes, it would have killed Hilda, but 9 is in a world of hurt right now.
8-2 big damage. Doesn't even have meter to get out with it. Oh my gosh, try to avoid it. But ooh, the defense from YoFavScrub, who's sitting really pretty here with a huge life lead.
All right. I really like the spacing here from YoFavScrub right now. Wake up super, but a DP is going to go ahead and interrupt that. So Flowerman is not getting the opportunities that he wants right now. Strong, solid gameplay from FavScrub. Does catch Hilda on incoming. This is very hard. It is level 4 resonance. It can be done, but it's a lot to be done.
That's right. Especially with Ruby, so mobile, so quick, great buttons. As 9 tries to run away, it doesn't really matter too much as YoFavScrub could just challenge through. It's going to catch it. Nice block on that. A little dangerous.
Yeah, but there's a lot of recoverable health from that Ruby has. Flowerman has a huge hill to climb, doesn't get the opportunity. The cross combo activation does do it for the first one for YoFavScrub. And like you said, this is a much easier road for YoFavScrub than it is for Flowerman, because This is a double elimination bracket. You have to send everyone to losers, and right now, YoFavScrub is on a win streak.
It's been unstoppable, looking so well. You just see, straightforward, getting to the point. Ragna running in, Ruby Rose zipping around. It's so much to deal with when you're playing a team like the Hilda 9. It's so much to worry about trying to keep them from just playing in that space, because Ragna's going to play it more on the ground, whereas Ruby is just going to be able to take to the sky and zip. There's a lot of good stuff to put out there. It's just you easily get tagged by those big buttons that both characters have.
Exactly. You're exactly right, and I'm glad that you brought all of that up so that we can be looking for those particular gameplay styles as they get into it. Big opening hit here from YoFavScrub. Hilda taking a lot of damage, does recover, and with the active switch to Ruby, gets an opportunity to leave the corner. This is now time for Flowerman to get in, gets a little bit of damage from Hilda, and then ye old Crimson Raider into 9 active switch. Big hits here. This is a much different start here for Flowerman.
Yeah, it's getting that damage to make it count, tagging Ruby, and gets a hit with the assist, waiting maybe for a burst. We're going to see try to maybe swap into the Ragna here. Oh, there we go. I like that. Hit Hilda, tagging the Ragna, and now the Blood Edge is inside. Catches the double dash. Sorry, it's a Mario Kart. More damage coming through as YoFavScrub going to the corner.
All right, the overhead is blocked, but then gets the burst out from Flowerman. Unfortunately, I'm not really sure what Flowerman was going for there, but what he did get for his troubles was Hilda getting hit.
Yeah, beautiful whip punish. Big damage to the YoFavScrub. He's going to go for one more hit to seal the deal. Nice block, the empty jump low, but the CC's out, and Ruby Rose is waiting with that 4P.
Okay, Hilda does get out. Flowerman active switches into 9, is gonna take out Ruby, is gonna take out Ruby, is not gonna take out Ruby.
And hello,
No!
Ragna. Again, with all this life, Ruby recovering. YoFavScrub's not gonna call these assists out, doesn't want to risk Ruby dying just like that.
No, and Flowerman doesn't want to risk losing Hilda either. At this point, it's just Ragna into 9. Although, as soon as I say that, cross-combo activation, big catch from Flowerman. And we're into Rampage time, so lots of meter going to be building on the side. And just like that, YoFavScrub seemingly turns that disadvantageous situation around, and 9 in a huge amount of trouble. Grab.
Who's going to finish it? Boom. Nice DP to keep it safe, no burst available. And it's all down to solo Hilda. Runs out of the corner. Has a little bit of meter. Here's Ragna, though. Into the activation for Resonance. Gotta watch out though. Carnage Scissors can blow through projectiles. 4P! That's big damage. Devoured by Darkness. Give me my life back. Double super. Here comes Ruby. Spin through. 2-0. YoFavScrub with a big lead.
That's a gigantic lead for YoFavScrub. Flowerman has just not been able to get the footholds in that he needs. And just not able to capitalize. It's been he's been able to get little things. You can see him now. He's really thinking, trying to get, collect his thoughts. Does he go back to character? I mean, yes, back to characters. Like, does he switch characters? Does he decide to do something else?
Yeah.
I don't. If you're Flowerman, I don't know. Resort to the phone. Where's your notes? I mean, this is a lot to deal with.
It's do or die. It's do or die. This is the last chance. You're not going to get any more here. You have to win 3 straight just to get the reset. Just to force another set here where YoFavScrub one more away from being your Frosty Faustings champion and almost about to do it with a clean sweep. It all comes down to this for Flowerman. It's got to bring in all of that energy that they had before to make it count. Can Flowerman do it? Will he do it? YoFavScrub is on the tear and looking ready to win.
All right. This could be it for YoFavScrub. It started the comeback from Flowerman. Big opening there from YoFavScrub. Although, even after that little bit of damage, Flowerman is able to catch Ragna, sending him all the way to the corner. Cross-combo situation, and still stuck into the corner there.
Oh, avoids the whole sequence there. Tries to cut Ruby, but gets punished, and now it's a full combo from Flowerman, who's back to playing the range game.
Okay, cross-combo activation. One hit from Hilda, but then just gonna, nice calm switch into Ruby.
Oh,
There's a lot of respect going on here right now.
Oh, the 2C though. 2B, it was big from there. Flowerman getting little hits is not really capitalizing too much on them. It's like that 5,000 jump. It's working out. Flowerman with the first lead they've had this set.
Now, okay, This could be the start of something big. Flowerman often does have the tendency to play better from the back foot, so this might be the opportunity that they wanted and that they needed to get in there. And now, okay, don't you move.
Ooh.
Okay, big hit onto Hilda, but nothing else really. Flowerman out of there, a reject coming out from YoFavScrub. Briefly, big catch here from YoFavScrub. Never count this guy out until he's actually dead. So much tension.
What a beautiful push block though, got out of the sandwich. Avoiding some blocks, trying to get in. Which side are you going? Hilda or 9? They're both full screen apart. Here comes the assist from Ruby. Ooh, nice snipe.
Okay. Ruby now active on stream. Ragna regaining health. Uses the reject to respace out from the Hilda. Gun blast. Goes into Buzzsaw blast. Another gun blast. Pick up here. Oh my goodness, was trying to anti-air Flowerman and was not able to get anything from that.
With the run under, Flowerman holding onto the lead, but Rampage time gets the tag. This is going to be big damage. 4 bar. This should be Hilda getting knocked out. Give me that life back, devoured by darkness. Into double super's going to do it with the kill.
Okay, now we are going into 9, which has been able to do this pretty well before. So now does get a big hit onto Ragna. Doesn't even go into resonance yet. Goes ahead. Probably going to close it out with super. Yes.
Okay, very nice.
Activates resonance right before Ruby comes in.
We're going to see a resonance here from YoFavScrub. Going to get a good amount of life back and a lot of bar. Ruby with bar is super scary. So was 9. Can't be whipping like that. Nice defense from both players with the jump in. This is going to be so much damage. Has the EXs on deck. Has the supers on deck. Has the Astro on deck. He won with an Astral. He does the Astral for the win. YoFavScrub is your Frosty Faustings champion.
Oh my god, with the Astral. There was almost no. Okay, so he apparently has popped off so hard, we have murdered the camera.
The script. What a script. Oh my god.
Did you see how much time he had to do that Astral? It
All
was
the time in the world.
non-existent.
It was crazy. Barely just got it. You can't ask for a more perfect finish to all that. Popped the resonance, got the hit. Won the tournament with a sweep and an Astral. YoFavScrub is the champ. Holding it down for SoulCal, eliminating Flowerman, and taking the big win with Team Basic, Team Supreme. They are reliable all day, and that was what a wonderful sequence. I am astounded and so proud of YoFavScrub.
FavScrub works really, really hard, has played a lot of different tournaments, and I feel like this is a big win for them. It's a really big win for them to be able to come out here and show up and show out and just show that their team that they have played since literal day 1 is still viable in this atmosphere, in this patch, in this day.
In offline. Oh, here we go again. You see the sequence gets the hit.
Watch how much time he's got on his resonance.
Barely any and lands it to finish.
0.73 seconds to activate that resonance, which is in case you don't know, that's a triple down. And, you know, it's a lot of unless you have hitbox, but it's just it's a little bit easier now.
Oh, gosh.
But God sends Flowerman out of the tournament, but out.
Yeah,
We're all out now. Second place.
Second place, yep.
But so your first place grand champion YoFavScrub, followed by Flowerman in second, and with Yuri in third.
Yeah, an excellent top 3 to round out a ridiculous top 8 with the finest in North America. I know YoFavScrub is going to be beaming on that flight back home. Really made it just outstanding all throughout. After beating Yuri, was outstanding himself, was just couldn't believe all of that had transpired, but then sealing the deal with such a big, convincing win in the grand finals, making him the player to beat here in North America BB Tag for 2022.
I mean, that's a challenge.
He's got a target on his back.
He does, and it's well-deserved. It is a well-deserved target because he played incredibly cleanly throughout this entire tournament. Looking at the bracket, there was a 3-2, a 3-1, and then a 3-0 to round it out. I mean, you can't ask for much better than that.
You see, like, the improvement, right? It was a close one to start it, then progressively just more dominant, and then just outstanding. The team that's been giving people so much problems. Flowerman making it so hard for all of these like short-range teams. But with that mobility, with that drive, you know, YoFavScrub pushed past that and just did such an amazing job with just awareness, and honestly just makes it you realize this is the level that you can play as to make these teams shine in BB Tag. You don't might not have the cheapest stuff, but as long as you're on top of it, as long as you can get that one hit in and you can start playing the game, anything's possible.
Anything's possible, and that's the thing about this game is that the barrier of entry is very low. The skill ceiling just goes and goes and goes and goes. There's so many layers to this game. There's so many combinations of characters that you can have. I believe somebody did the math. I believe it's over 250 character combinations that you can put together right now. And if you've seen anything that you're like, that character looks cool, pick up the game. If you're like, I would love to be able to do a 9 combo like Flowerman, or just have a really solid Ragna Ruby like YoFavScrub, buy the game. Rollback is coming. Like, this is not rumor. It's a real thing that's happening that I know we're all so excited about, that we get to share together and just reinvigorate the online community.
I'm ecstatic just the pop-offs happening off stream. The tournament's not over yet. Frosty Faustings is still going on. You saw a big win over there. So everyone's feeling that energy. You saw YoFavScrub pop off. You saw some guy playing Stride pop off. I saw it. Y'all didn't see it. It's the energy here.
And we're
is
popping
so
up
great.
for Big Willie Cam on Beachy Callisto's stream. Oh, yay, Willie's moving. Willie's normally asleep. That's Callisto's cat, by the way.
It's so much going on. If you're not here in the venue, you might hear some sounds from it. This is the beauty of offline. This is the energy that you get from these events like Frosty Faustings. I know you're not going to see a lot of events in 2022. A lot of these players are going to try to play it as safe as possible, to be honest, and I understand. People don't want to go out. I get it. Rollback netcode is coming to the games you love. You'll be able to play stuff like BB Tag very shortly and enjoy the quad netcode that you're seeing in BBCF soon. I'm excited for that. You know how excited I am for that?
How excited are you for that?
Fates Crossing's coming back. We're running some tournaments again. I'm back in the saddle to show some love for the BB Tag community with the rollback to make events so much smoother. I'm excited to do events again. So we're gonna cross some fates like the good old days.
That makes me really happy, and I mean, something that I've been planning for a little while now is that I'm also going to have a tournament as soon as rollback comes in, because for my personal community, I have a lot of international members of that. So I have as far as Malaysia, and as far like that direction as Malaysia, a bunch of European players, a couple in Japan, and then a couple in South America. So waiting for rollback for that. But
awesome.
See, that's the thing. That's the power of netcode, is that you've got commentators who are like, we're back to TO, let's go.
We're gonna dip our hands into multiple things. We're getting our players set up right now for the top 8 medal ceremony. You see them all lining up on there. It looks like some people are still feeling the effects of the tournament on them. It took a lot of toll.
Yeah.
But they're getting ready. You know, everyone's tired here. It's been 2 days of hectic action.
That's
all throughout.
That's the thing about Frosty Faustings, and that it continues to be about Frosty Faustings, is that it is, I don't know how we fit so many top 8s into 2 days, but here we are.
Yep.
And I was talking to one of our fabulous photographers, Hello It's Lee, and she was like, I have to photograph 26 top 8s in 2 days. It's a rush, and you just don't, if you're used to 3-day events, this feels like, you know, strapping into the top of a roller coaster, and you just go. Every hour is packed with something exciting.
Yep.
Top 8s are starting on Thursday night for unofficial side tournaments. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's no breaks on this. It is going full force, but it's run so well, so efficiently, Frosty Faustings, unlike any other tournament with so many games under a roof. Sunday, you get all the time in the world to either enjoy Chicago or go home. Most events, it shows that events can be run that way, can have so much in 2 days. So I look forward to seeing the potential of events in the future. As long as they're well executed like this, it's going to be fun. But also, next year's Frosty Faustings is going to be just as good. There's our award ceremony. You seeing there as Kiomi gets their medal, Yui getting the medal as well, and now ZeroShadowblood with the 4th place finish there gets the award here. Really nice medals. Love the look of it. These players, well-deserved, hard-working. You love to see it.
You do, and getting little cards that come with it, I'm not sure what they're for, but they're cute, and I like them. getting out there for Yuri and that fabulous third place finish where we got to see the amazing 9 mirror match against our second place winner, Flowerman, and that he's had like the best masks all weekend with a bear one and like a mustache one as well. But great, great showing from Flowerman this weekend with the Hilda 9 that he's so well known for. Glad that we got to showcase that so much this weekend.
Yeah, I'm glad they could have such a great run. But in the end, the champion of champions, YoFavScrub,
The favorite Scrub!
supreme. The big medal and the big trophy. Well deserved, well earned. You
Very, very well earned. Hard fought.
You couldn't ask for a better person to be hoisting up the BlazBlue Cross Tag Frosty Faustings trophy. Let's go!
Woo!
Oh my goodness.
He worked so hard. And honestly, he deserves it, not just for all the fantastic things, but because he finished it with an Astral.
That was, what a send-off. I appreciate that so much, and I appreciate the Frosty Faustings team for putting this all together, making things go so well, and making me look forward to next year's. But that is the end of our show.
That's it. That's it here for BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle at Frosty Faustings 14. Before we go, just wanted to let you know I'm Jadelyn. I had a little thing down there. You can follow me at Jadelyn Gaming across all social medias. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Jadelyn Gaming. I do a lot of commentary, cosplay, video game talk in general, so come hang out. And this is my wonderful friend, Raph. Where can the people find you?
I'm on Twitter at RapTX. I stream at twitch.tv/Rap_TX. A lot of variety stuff on my channel, a little bit of fighting game stuff, but look forward to the future, and we look forward to more of your support. And please, stay tuned for more Frosty Faustings. Go watch the Guilty Gear Strive. Go watch the Multi-Blood type Lumina. It's not over yet tonight, but for us, we're going to say goodbye. Thanks again. Enjoy BB Tag. Keep crossing fates. Keep playing the games you love, and look forward to what the future brings.
Can't escape from crossing fate, and we'll see you next time.